Hello, everyone, and welcome to Three Guys and a Drink. It's another week, and we have another drink for you.
We got 2 drinks for you, actually.
Oh, there's 2 drinks. Okay,
Yeah.
so actually, Jacob is the one who brought a drink today. I'm one of your hosts, Paul. Got the other host, Joseph, over there. How you doing, Joseph?
Doing good, I guess, with this drink in my hand.
For the one that Jacob selected, huh?
Yeah.
So what's going on,
totally
Jacob?
did.
How's your week been? You've been a
Well,
busy man.
I just
huh?
want to say I'm good with my cock in my hand. Yeah, I've been a busy man.
Yeah. Hopefully, eventually, you'll find another saying. But
Another catchphrase.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I think it'll be a lot better.
Yeah. Whose cock is in my hand? That's the question.
I thought you said your cock.
No, he just said
Oh, a cock.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's-
No, did I say?
You said
You
A.
have to rewind that. See.
Well, you can look at but
Well, I
it's-
meant to say my cock in my hand.
Sure
well,
you
you
did.
didn't. You said A.
Well, now we know you like
So-
to hold
so, yeah,
cocks.
What?
That's
Who-
my profession.
whose
I'm
do
just
you
a
have?
cock holder. I'm like, I warm it up. I go up
Oh
north.
my God. Were
I
you
have
the
a
one
booth, cock
for,
warming booth.
Well, here's. I don't know. See, I was thinking like, okay, if our show takes off, do we really want that to be said like at the beginning, like for where kids?
We're not
can't
gonna
really-
take off for
For a
another
little while.
year. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
But
so
they-
tell us about. Oh, what were you gonna say?
So they'll get to reference back to this.
Like back when they first started.
He
Jacob
said
used
he
to-
was a cock warmer.
So tell us about this. Tell us about the drink you have.
All right, our first drink today is called Aspire Healthy Energy,
Oh.
natural caffeine as opposed to artificial caffeine.
Oh, okay. Where do they get this natural caffeine from?
Not
Naturally.
sure. So
From the natural plants of the caffeine.
The
yeah, it doesn't say.
Wait,
It doesn't-
where-
Caffinus
Wait.
planticus.
Yeah. Wait, where does caffeine come from, by the way?
Actually, that's actually a funny story. So,
But or are you gonna make up a story right
no, this is real.
now?
So back in the day when they used to like process tea
Mhm.
leaves,
Yeah.
they would use like the excess scraps. Actually, Monsanto, because Coca-Cola needed caffeine for their Coke, and so they struck a deal with Monsanto. And Monsanto would take like the used tea leaves, like the scraps,
Mm-hmm.
and they would harvest the caffeine out of that.
Yeah,
and
because
then-
tea has natural caffeine in it.
yeah,
That's right.
But
Okay.
obviously, to keep up with production, they went to some other method.
Obviously artificial.
Yeah, I forgot how they did it though, but
Interesting.
Science.
Okay, so this has natural caffeine, basically tea.
Natural.
What is it
Yeah.
like? Tea leaves or something in it? What kind of
the ingredients are carbonated water, malic acid.
tea? Our favorite carbonated
I'm
water.
trying to see, and nope, it just says natural
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 caffeine.
Natural caffeine. You can't
It's-
source if it just comes out naturally.
It comes from the natural caffeine caverns of
Yeah.
San Antonio.
It says
No one got that joke.
You don't know that. You don't know who's listening. You don't know if they're.
No one got it.
so
If
it
I
has as
didn't
much.
get the joke.
So this
nobody
has as
got
much
it.
caffeine as a cup of coffee.
You know what I'm talking about. And the listeners, there are 1 or 2 of them out there that are
It
right
also-
now laughing internally at my
Yeah,
natural
nobody.
bridge cavern joke.
That's a very niche joke. Like you have to live in Texas and have visited
There's
natural.
natural bridge caverns in other places other
Okay,
than
whatever.
Texas. There's some in Tennessee. Did you know that?
Okay, this drink also has some vitamins in it.
Oh, wonderful.
Calcium,
Ooh, I
vitamin
need that.
C,
Oh,
niacin,
Oh.
vitamin B6, vitamin B12, biotin,
Now I can fight off COVID.
pantothenic
With,
acid,
no shot.
choline,
Vitamin
and
C. I'll just
100,
take this natural
100
drink.
milligrams of zinc and hydroxychloroquine.
What is the name of this drink? I feel like you've just been naming off the thing. You don't even know the name of
It's called Aspire Healthy Energy.
it.
Prob-
Aspire.
Probably the only drink that's sold in Texas.
Oh, wow. And you
What?
purchased it.
Yeah. All right, time to take a first drink.
Who's taking the first drink? Oh,
I
we're
guess
all taking a
Jacob
first
is.
drink. Okay, Jacob. What does it taste like?
It tastes like artificial sugar.
Mm. Here, let me take a sip. then.
Really?
Or did you take a sip already?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm smelling it.
Tastes like they used like some monk fruit or some
Yeah. It's got like a stevia taste to it.
stevia. Yeah, there you go.
It smells.
Do you think it was a guy named Stevie that invented stevia? They're
I
like,
think it
no.
comes from the stevia plant.
I think I'm gonna name this
You
stevia because I'm.
idiots.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Jinx. You owe me an Aspire Healthy.
That's good.
Energy.
It tastes fine. I mean, I like it. It does taste like
That
artificial
is-
sugars, but
That aftertaste,
the
though.
smell of it before you
Don't smell it.
it smells like
I'm not a fan.
old tools or something.
like something wet and
Yeah.
moldy.
I mean, almost like a kombucha, I guess.
My nose is stuffed, so I can't even smell.
I mean, it tastes fine
Let me
though.
snort
I
some.
mean, I
real
kind of
quick.
like it. It's got like a little flavor to it. Does it say what kind of flavor it's?
Uh,
Jacob, it says green tea on it. I said what kind of?
It's
That's probably where they're getting the
apple-
natural caffeine from. the
Oh
green
yeah, it
tea.
has
Acai.
green tea in it.
Apple acai.
It's apple acai.
Acai.
Apple
it's
acai?
not.
Yeah,
Not
acai
acai.
berries. It's not acai. Is it spelled
It's a
ASIGH?
That's a-
Acai.
acai berries.
Everything is spelled
Acai.
exactly
Oh,
how it
that
says.
sounds fancier.
You're supposed to. It's
Acai.
pronounced acai berries,
Ooh.
not acai
Yeah.
or
Come over
acai.
here
Got
and
that
drink
little
some
bit of
acai berry.
weird tart to it.
I don't think that's.
I'm not a fan at all. I hate like. No, I'm
I
not.
mean, I kind of like it. It's not that bad. I mean, I think
well,
if
here,
I needed
drink
it,
the rest of the can.
no, I gotta go to bed tonight. No, but if it was a drink that I was like, oh, you know what? Would I take a Red Bull or would I take this? I
Like how
mind
he
this.
keeps saying he's got to go to bed tonight. It's like 3 o'clock right now. Like
I-
this is gonna be running
Dude,
through your system.
If I drink a coffee at noon, I'll be up to like 1 o'clock
Well,
in the morning.
coffee has a half life of 12 hours, so you're not supposed to drink it. Like.
And what
after
about
noon.
energy drinks?
Uh,
What half life do they have?
I don't know.
What is a
I'm talking about
half-life?
caffeine. Like how
Well, then
long it
this is
takes
a-
for it to like half of it to go away from
Well, you
your
said
system.
coffee. So this is natural caffeine from the green tea. So that means I'll have
Well,
12 hours.
coffee
So
has
3 o'clock.
natural
So like
caffeine too.
if you take 200,
And it's a
yeah,
natural
that's what I'm talking about, the
laxative.
caffeine in the coffee.
It is.
So like
I
if
like
you take 200 milligrams of coffee, you'll still have 100 milligrams in your system.
that was
after
kind of one of
12
the main
hours.
reasons I started drinking coffee is because I like the fact that it gave me some
Helps you
natural
poop?
Yeah. On the time that I wanted.
I,
you know,
uh,
instead of waiting on my body wanting to poo.
we have
I
a,
poop every morning.
Because I was like, you know what? I gotta be at work. And I don't want to poo at work.
Yeah,
I drink a
I
cup of
don't.
coffee in the morning and
So
boom, I
do
poo
y'all
right
use
before
the
I go.
bathroom at work? Because I try to avoid it
I
as
think
much as possible.
I think most people avoid trying to use the bathroom at work unless you work with a bunch of guys.
Yeah, I only work with 2 other dudes, and I go poo poo pretty
Yeah.
often. I'm
go
like,
do-
I
Well,
don't want to
you-
poo now.
I like to call it the poopski do.
I'd rather.
I poop on work time. There's a guy who did like some equation.
Yeah.
He's like, I poop for 15 minutes every day. So that means
how much time I took
Yeah.
away from work. Yeah, I saw that. But I if I have to like poo at work, like if I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't let all my poo out the first go around at home,
Yeah.
and
You
I
have
have to
to
poo
cut
at
it.
work. I have found my special spot where I'm like, okay, this is where not a lot of people go, and this is where I won't get bothered by somebody trying to open the door while I'm trying to use the restroom.
I've tried to open the door when somebody
Have-
was in the restroom.
Have
Well,
has anyone
that's
done that
called,
to you, and what have you said?
When they try to open the
Yeah.
door? No, actually. One time in like, not to give away my the
Well,
job that I do.
Don't and
So
just say
in a particular room, this room had an extra restroom in it. So I
Oh.
went into this room every morning. I would get to work about 6:30. This was before I started getting to work by 6. I would go into this room, go in there knowing that, I could just poo without anybody being bothered because I was like the first
And
person there.
then there was somebody that went in there.
So I forgot I told somebody to come to work early. And so they came in and like they tried to like go, I guess what I ended up finding out, they wanted to use the restroom too, right? So
obviously.
so I go in there, I'm pooing, having a good time, thinking like nobody's going to be here for another 15, 20 minutes. I got, I make it quick. I usually flush while I'm pooing, right? To make sure that the smell doesn't stick.
Yeah. That's a weird way of putting it, but all right.
And so all of a sudden I just hear the
It's called a
fir-
courtesy flush, by the way.
The door, yeah. The door to the first room opens. I'm like, oh crap.
Literally.
And the light's on to the restroom, obviously, because I'm in there. And so they come in, they're like, is somebody in the restroom? They're like, I'm like, yeah, I'm in here. Don't worry about it. Just go. You're good. Just clean it up. Just clean it up in here.
Definitely not taking a huge dump.
And so it was kind of embarrassing, but I didn't really care because I had to poop really bad that day.
Well, I went to the owner took us to a place called Hobbit Cafe by where I work.
Hobbit.
The Hobbit Cafe. Yeah.
Are there a bunch of hobbits there?
No midgets. I mean hobbits. No, but there was a guy in the restroom.
Was Elijah Wood there?
No.
Did he show you his wood?
So I
he's a
went to the
carpenter.
restroom
So you went to the restroom.
and there was someone there. and I tried to open it. It was locked, obviously, because it's not like a big one. It's just a little restaurant.
Yeah.
And I tried to open it. I was like, oh, someone must be in there. And then, like, after 2 seconds, I just hear, occupied. Like, the most,
You know,
like, I don't want to say anything, but I have to. Occupied.
I'm trying to think of the.
And when someone tries to open the door or something with me, I just flush to let them know someone's in here.
So there's a.
I don't. I say I'm taking a shit. Get out of here. Laying a huge log in here,
I'm about to clog the toilet.
I'm trying to think of the last
and I
time
just
got
grunt
caught,
really
like,
loud too.
using the restroom.
like,
Oh, I'm in here taking a poo. Or something. I can't remember the last time that I was sitting in the toilet and somebody caught me.
I'm not talking about someone walking in on you.
Not what I'm saying, like caught me, like they tried opening the door on
If
me.
I poop, I usually poop in the morning before anybody gets there.
Oh, I was in the. So, at my work, the janitors have their own like
Poop?
locker room and restroom.
Okay.
And you go use theirs.
Yeah. Well, at that time before I found my new location, which is way better. And I was sitting in there, but it had like, you know, the stalls where you can kind of see if somebody's in there because the doors don't like close all the way.
Talk a bit closer to the mic.
Oh, okay. Well, I think you have my volume lower because when I'm literally the same distance as Joseph and I hear him like clearly.
I
turned you up. I turned you up.
Okay,
I just
there
have
we
a
go.
great voice.
How does that? Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, you have a booming voice now.
Bam, booming. You know, so you know how the restroom doors like there's a little gap, so you can always really tell if somebody's like sitting.
If you
there.
walk slow, if you walk slowly by, you just side eye them.
Yeah,
and
just
see
to
them
see
like this.
so they're like looking back at you through the crack of the door.
You make eye contact.
Yeah.
You just
So
hurry up.
that's basically what happened when I was sitting in that janitor's restroom. I was like, and I'm like looking, like waiting for somebody's eye to like creep by, like, oh, there's somebody in there. Like,
Is there someone in? Oh.
Oh,
like-
don't mind me. I just like walking around the restroom.
what would be worse if I was like mid wipe? While they're peeking through the crack of the restroom door.
Occupied?
Occupied.
I gotta say, this drink, it's not growing on me.
Yeah. I don't think
You
it's
can
bad.
have the rest.
That's actually kind of one of the first drinks that I don't want anymore because it's energy drink and I don't want to acai. I do like acai. Have you actually tried acai bowl, like the actual bowl and stuff like that? They had one at Costco. It was a really good sell, but I think
Can't
they
say
weren't
that I
making money
have.
on it.
I don't
No.
really go to Costco that often.
And neither do I. You want? Can I? Use
I
your
do have a
card?
I'd
Costco
let you use my
membership.
card,
I do have a Costco membership.
but you just don't go there.
What the freak? Give me your membership stuff.
Yeah,
Let me
okay.
use it.
You should. I actually didn't.
I mean, no, we would
go
never do
there-
that to Costco.
I go and like buy all my waters and everything there because it's like buy the bulk stuff, you know. Like I drink a lot of orange juice, and
Yeah.
they have like the orange juice for
we
sale
get,
for like
we get water delivered to the house.
free orange. Oh, okay.
Well,
fancy pantses.
It's like Sam's Club. It's bulk stuff.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it's a
I had a
wholesale.
Sam's Club membership like 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I don't know, it wasn't worth it. And then I went to Costco,
I think
and I
Costco
could, like,
is a lot nicer than
yeah,
Sam's.
and I found a lot of like name brand stuff at Costco. I was like, oh shoot, let me get a Costco thing. But now I'm finding out Sam's Club is trying to be more competitive, and now they're starting to get like name brand stuff. Like you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
buy like Puma sweatpants, and
Really?
Nautica stuff, Nike shoes. Yeah, at
you can't even buy
Costco.
that at Walmart.
At Costco.
Oh, at Costco.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
And
Sam's.
and now Sam's Club is trying to do the same thing. So they're starting to get name brand things as well.
Like
Like
Jacob really wants to try these desserts that you brought.
I know, he
He's
looked at-
picking.
So but first news, we got some little. PJ bought some little fancy.
Paul.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to tell everybody about it, but no.
Okay, go ahead.
right
Go ahead. Go
Paul
ahead.
purchased.
Well, I just want to say I
Oh,
wanted
you know what? I
to.
forgot the box, so I can't really. I'm just gonna have to describe it, and then we'll taste it. So basically, I went to Costco, and
Oh,
so
what a surprise!
what's funny is that there's a guy that I watch on YouTube. He does like Costco runs and Sam's Club runs.
Mhm.
He's like this,
What?
yeah.
That's
So-
his whole YouTube thing is just going to Costco.
And people watch it. He's got like 20
People
like,
watch it, including Paul.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of the people who watch it, but he literally has like 200,000 subscribers. That's how he basically just goes to Costco, tells everybody like what's new there and what you should buy.
So he's
right?
basically like an advertising person for Costco.
Well-
No, that's the thing. He does it. He goes to like Dollar General. He
I
goes
think
to like Sam's
people-
Club.
I
And
think
he like
people
kinda-
watch him because they don't have to go there try to waste their time.
Yeah,
finding things.
they can actually see it, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what I do. But he actually hadn't actually said anything about these little snacky
Well, you
doodles.
should beat him to the punch.
I think I'm gonna beat him right now. Literally beat him with my fist.
Oh my god.
What are you gonna beat?
His meat.
Disgusting. Anyway,
Oh,
so
God,
so
you're
what
gonna
I got,
beat him with your
I was
fist.
going through my normal Costco shopping, right? I was getting my meat. And I was
Okay.
getting that chicken,
Some
and then I
cock.
was getting some fajita meat, and then I got my water, and then I passed by the little dessert section, and I saw these in the fridge section
Mhm.
of the dessert, and these are some like little Italian like desserts in a nice, and it's actually real glass that they're inside of.
Yeah, I
but
was very surprised.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna be plastic.
I know, that's what I thought too. And
Here,
when I
let
pulled
me
them
prove
out,
it. Hold
I was
on,
like,
hold
oh,
on.
shit.
Let me prove it. That's glass, people.
Wow, fancy.
Okay, thanks for copying me.
And so it has like this whipped cream on top with a cake and like some more like
I'm sorry, it
chocolate
has
stuff.
what?
This
you
reminds
say
me
whipped
of
cream?
the.
No, I said whipped cream.
Oh.
This reminds me of the thing
said
that
whip.
the CEO of my job makes.
Uh-huh.
She calls it died and went to heaven. But it's pretty.
She literally calls
Okay.
it died and went to heaven. Her,
Yeah, because it's so good. It's mousse with a brownie at the bottom.
you like
Is
it?
with
Oh,
Cool
this
Whip.
is good.
I want to say well,
It's kind of like.
I want to eat this in memory of our.
well,
little
hold on.
homie.
Let me say one more thing.
Our little homie.
Do you know like at the restaurants you get these little glass desserts like with the layer, like you can get a cheesecake one, a raspberry one, or a
They're layered.
chocolate cake one, the layered
Mhm.
ones, and that's basically what this is for the listeners. Is like a layered dessert in a
And like
a small champagne glass. Yeah,
Yeah.
flute champagne.
PJ and freaking Joseph already ate their thing, but I
it
wanted
was
to
good.
eat this in memory of our little homie Antoine. Antoine Fowler did at 6 years old.
I don't even. know
And for
who's
those
this
of
kid?
you who don't know him, I'm gonna play a video. It'll remind
that's
you.
me. I don't know him.
What are we about to eat at?
What? Did he say that?
Yeah.
What did he say? I
Uh,
couldn't even
actually-
understand it. Like,
Where are we about to eat at?
oh, where are we about to eat at? He just said it so fast and like so like high pitched. I didn't know what he said.
Where we about to eat at?
No, he
Oh no, is he dead because they fed him too much? What's going on, poor
Look.
kid?
What's he say?
They say you gonna make mommy broke.
Dang. They said I gonna make you broke.
Cause you eat all my food. You eat all my money up.
You got cheese like me? Now what is that? Where we about to eat at?
You know what he sounds like? He sounds like one of the characters from Boondocks.
Is that wrong?
You know what I'm talking about?
The little kid? The
Yeah.
little one? Yeah.
Where we about to eat at? He literally sounds like.
Oh my god.
Mom,
Back up.
that's me?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
How old was he?
no, that's not true.
Jacob?
that is me.
Oh,
I swear to God, that's me.
What you mad for? It's hot out here right now.
Looks like a little man.
Why you so
he
mad?
does. Well, that's.
Why you don't like me? Huh? I said
Jacob. Okay, I
Okay,
think.
we get it.
Yeah.
okay.
I
So
don't know him.
I guess
he-
I have two questions before you say anything, is because I'm hoping that you know the answers to this.
Okay, go ahead.
One, how old is he?
6.
Two,
He was probably 5 or 6.
what health conditions did he have? Because was he just
Uh,
naturally bald, or did his mom just shave his head?
No, you can see he had hair on his head, but he
Well,
said
now I do, but on all the videos,
the
he
exact
didn't have
cause
so
of
it made me
death
think
has
that he had-
yet to be revealed. It's had something to do with his immune system.
Yeah, it made me think that he had like cancer or something.
Okay, well, way
Well,
to
that's
freaking ruin the mood.
Yeah,
of
Well, I was
everything
just
happening
I
here.
was just scrolling through the news and I saw that he died. I was like, what the heck?
I had never even
That's the
seen
kid.
him before, so I
I-
didn't even know anything about him.
no
So-
idea.
I was like, well, that's sad though. I
It
mean,
is.
6 years old to die. I almost thought it had something to do with like his parents overfeeding him because the poor kid was pretty chunky. Thought it might like be a obesity thing. But anyway, back to the dessert.
Mm-hmm.
These little glass cups are pretty nice. I think these are the cups that we'll start using for our sampling for Three Guys in a Drink moving
Yeah.
forward.
Is this like an alcoholic
No,
chocolate?
no,
Oh wow.
I don't know. You want to get the box, Joseph, so we can see if it has alcohol.
I didn't taste any alcohol
I
in
didn't
it
taste it
at
either.
all.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't think you know what mousse tastes like.
No.
Okay, good.
Go ahead and go get the box.
You've never had moose before?
Yes, I've had moose. This is not moose.
Well, of course it's not a moose. Moose live in the forest in Canada. They live in Canada,
They live in the U.S. too.
Yeah, but they're mostly in Canada,
I got down. The cream is really good.
So here's the thing.
When I got down to the chocolate, it was just like
You didn't like it?
like alcohol.
You're weird.
I think your nose is too stuffed and you can't taste properly. So here's something that I saw on Facebook. People were passing around an article on the news. I mean, an article.
Were they physically passing it around?
Yeah, virtually.
Oh.
Virtual reality passing physically.
Out.
Out.
Does that have anything to do with Kyle Rittenhouse?
No, that's actually one of the other things I want to bring up.
Okay, because I'm like, had
But this
enough of
one's
that
funny,
already.
and it ends up turning out to be
Sad. You're gonna keep bringing us
No,
down
no, no.
like freaking
well,
Jacob.
it's not sad actually. So the article that they were passing around on Facebook was of this married couple. So what was funny is I saw it from military people posting it up because it's a joke in the military that a skinny guy ends up marrying some big chunky girl, right? So it's a picture of this young couple, a really skinny guy and a big chunky girl. And the article is titled, "Man Dies from Giving Oral Sex." And you read into the article and it says the guy died from like giving oral sex to his fiance or his new wife.
Suffocate.
And he suffocated and they found fecal material in his lungs. So come to find out, that's not even real. Somebody just made it up.
Okay.
And people were passing around like doing RIP to the guy. And they said the whole point of the article was that the woman was getting charged for manslaughter.
Wow.
And the more terrible thing is that that's an actual couple in the UK, but they were passing it off as a couple here in the US. And that's what happened, that he enjoyed eating her out and eating her butt. And then he eventually, like, was enjoying it so much and she was enjoying it so much that he suffocated and died.
He died doing what he loved.
So
wait, it's
but-
a real story about someone who died.
No.
Okay.
All of it is fake.
Okay.
I was going to...
It's just the picture.
Well,
is
the worst
of
part
real
is I
people.
actually
All
thought it
this
was real too. So I actually started researching it just so I can bring this story to you guys and found out that it's a fake story.
Well, most things on Facebook are fake.
I know,
What?
but that's where I find
I
all
get
my
all
news.
of my news and
Dude, you know
did
what?
you know there's
no,
like
there's this
15 different gang things going on right now? I don't even leave my apartment anymore.
Did you know that red stuff in bananas is AIDS that they're putting in it? So you can get AIDS?
That's why I don't eat bananas.
Oh, I can see where the taste of that dessert where you're coming from with maybe alcohol. It's just really dark chocolate at the bottom. It's not like mousse.
Yeah, I doesn't know the difference between dark chocolate and.
That's not mousse, you idiot. I know what mousse is.
But
I said dark chocolate. I didn't say mousse.
so type this up, Jacob,
Type it up.
so we can bring it up on our
Oh,
screen
wow.
over here. Type in man accidentally discharges his weapon at Atlanta airport.
How do you do that?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So I was watching it on
Put
YouTube.
at Atlanta Airport. I guess you want to do that because you see
Yeah.
some other kind of discharge.
So the news, right? So I was watching on
oh
it.
my god!
I watched the news on on YouTube.
Okay, let's play the clip for the audience real fast.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, never mind. I won't explain anything. Jacob's gonna play the. So pause it real quick, Jacob. Pause it real quick. So just for everybody to know, this is what Jacob's gonna try to do. He's gonna actually try to post these news articles at the bottom moving forward. But this news article, we're gonna put the link at the bottom so that way you can find it. But it's on abcnews.go.com, and we'll put the link at the bottom when you see it. So
Link in the description.
please like, please subscribe, and continue to watch our show and listen. Go ahead, play it, Jacob.
At Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport when a passenger's gun accidentally fired at a security checkpoint.
The weapon in a passenger's luggage going off as the passenger lunged for it. That passenger and gun still unaccounted for. At least 3 people suffered non-life-threatening injuries in the chaos.
This, as the TSA says, the Thanksgiving travel period will be on pre-pandemic scales.
Okay.
Later in the show, we'll
So
That's good.
the guy who had the gun and the gun are missing. They never found it.
Yes. So let me explain a little bit more that's on the video later on, since it's 2 minutes long for everybody. So
God forbid you take a
basically-
freaking half a bottle of Gatorade on board, though.
Exactly. So what happened is the dude has his gun in his carry-on luggage right before going through airport security.
Mm-hmm.
Security finds it on the X-ray.
Mm-hmm.
They pull it out. They tell him, bring your luggage, open your luggage up. He opens his luggage. They see that there's a gun there. And what he does is he lunges for his gun. He goes and grabs it. It discharges and he just runs away. And so as it discharges, he basically clears out the entire airport because people are freaking out because they're like, oh, active shooter, active shooter. People inside were basically being run over, and people from even from outside were like running down the freeway.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And now they can't find the guy.
So-
but they have his name and they know exactly who he is.
They saw the gun
Yeah.
in the bag.
Yeah.
And they asked him, hey, open up your bag and grab that gun for us,
Well,
please.
because the reason they do that
Instead
in
of,
the airport,
hey, there's a gun there.
well, if you know, a lot of times they have you do that in the airport because they don't want to be accused of them putting it in your bag, right? So, like, if you have stuff in, like, people smuggle, like, cigarettes and different things from different countries.
But
Yeah.
So,
it's a freaking gun, though.
yeah, but they tell them to open up their bag so it's them opening up and they tell them to pull things out of it, right? I don't know why you would want the guy to pull out his own gun, but
Yeah. Hey,
that's why
you
a lot
plan
of
on shooting everyone. Can you open up your bag and pull the gun out for us?
well, that's the thing, right? So my first thought was maybe he forgot the gun in there, right? But then it's like,
Possibly.
if you forgot it, then you'll be like, oh crap, no, my gun's in there. I totally forgot. No, this guy lunges for his gun, accidentally discharges it, and runs out. So he has a
runs
loaded
away.
first. So that means he has a loaded weapon in his carry-on.
That was my second thought.
So
was-
what was he really planning, and what got stopped?
I'm
by them finding
I
it.
might have a hot question, but what
What?
race was he?
He was of the African American.
Also,
Black.
what kind of
He was a black
idiot
guy.
goes through security at an airport thinking they're going to get a freaking loaded gun through?
Exactly. So
He was just testing them.
or he might
It
be
was all
mentally
just
ill.
a test.
It was just a test as he's running away.
It was just a prank, bro.
It was a prank. That's what he was like
That's
as
my
he's
YouTube
running
channel.
out. Well, they
Called
have
Pranks
his
at
well, they have his
OTSA.
name and they know exactly who he is. So
Idiot.
yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy. Are we gonna try the second drink or are we gonna save that for next week?
No,
No.
just taste it.
No, let's taste. I thought is 3 guys and a drink, not a few drinks.
Well, you should have thought that when Jacob brought like 3 different freaking Japanese drinks.
Well, they were all the same theme.
This is true.
Yeah, well,
They were all the same
You're
thing.
gonna pour it in the thing. Oh, it's
It's
like
chocolate.
It's a chocolate drink.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be perfect. Then look at that. That's a perfect thing.
go ahead.
Oh, that's perfect.
What is it? It looks chocolate.
It looks like chocolate. Let me see. Oh, it's like warm chocolate now because it's
Yeah.
been sitting out. Cocoa milk. Ooh, I don't like
What
taste of
coconut?
cocoa. I mean, I don't like the taste of coconut.
Yeah, neither do I.
Oh wait, I poured it in the. Okay. Anyway.
Let me
Well,
see.
I just poured in this one. because
Remedy
mine still has
Organic
that energy
Chocolate
drink.
Keto Coconut Milk Peruvian Cacao MCT Oil
Cacao.
Maca and Prebiotic.
What is it?
Maciai.
Like so what you're telling me
MACA.
what you're telling me is we got 2 healthy drinks that we have and one what is that one? Is it keto?
They're probably in.
keto.
They're probably in
It
like
says shake well. You
checkout
shaked it, right?
line.
Did you shake it?
Yes, I shaked it a lot.
I can smell the
It was probably in the
coconut. I
checkout
don't know if
line.
I like it.
Were these in the checkout line?
Why are you asking me? You bought them.
Yeah. Where did he buy them from, Joseph?
What aisle were you just browsing? You just saw like
Can you give me the bottle?
a
so I
bunch of
can
different
describe
color
it?
bottles, so you
Oh,
decided
okay,
to
here.
turn down that aisle and just grab 2 things you thought were completely different.
Okay, so this is a keto drink. It has 16 grams
Yeah,
of
I
protein.
said all that already.
Oh, you did? You said it has MCT oil?
I went over the
MCT?
ingredients. That's when you went
Yeah, it's like DMT oil
Masai.
or like
I don't know what
THC oil?
Were you not paying attention to anything I was saying?
No.
Anyways, I'm gonna taste it. I don't
Yeah,
like
taste
coconut either, but
Well, maybe you can't. Maybe it just tastes more like chocolate milk.
oh wow, that's terrible.
It's not my cup of tea.
Tastes like
Tastes like somebody put some water and put some chocolate in it.
Yeah.
I can taste the coconut, very much, and
I was gonna go with him. I can taste the coconut in it, but I
Yeah.
don't like coconut. Do you like coconut?
I like coconut, toasted coconut.
If
Like
it's-
on my
if
coconut
it
cream
didn't
pie.
have the
Like I don't like
coconut?
coconut water, coconut milk. It's all disgusting. to me.
The only thing,
Yeah,
the only coconut thing I like is coconut cream pies.
I mean,
Yeah, of course you do.
I think if I were to constantly drink it, I think coconut's like one of those things where you always think like it's an acquired taste. I think if I drank coconut milk and things enough, I would eventually like it, but I can't.
You mean force yourself to like it?
Basically.
No.
Have you
If it
ever-
didn't have the coconut taste to it,
You know what I
like
just realized? Where is our snack tray? We got a snack tray last week.
Well, you get one, but you know what I thought about right now what kind of food or something that you had when you were little that you didn't like, but now you like as you're older?
sweet
mushrooms.
tea.
Mushrooms? You didn't like mushrooms when you were you
Sweet
didn't like
tea.
sweet tea?
Nope.
I still don't like sweet tea. I'll drink it if they give it to me at work for free when they buy me like food, but I wouldn't buy it
That and
myself.
cilantro.
Really?
I love cilantro and mushrooms now.
Oh.
I still don't like bananas. Still don't like coconut though.
I still don't like banana flavored anything. I'll eat bananas. I love bananas, but I don't like
eat,
banana
banana
flavored stuff.
chips.
I
Like,
like
the kind of
banana chips.
Kroger. I'll eat those.
Yeah.
Those are good.
I like banana chips too. I'm trying to think. Can't think of anything that I didn't like as a child.
Yeah, I can't drink this chocolate stuff.
I think it was like peas and carrots. I remember the one time where like mom and dad had me like at the table and they didn't let me leave until I ate my peas and carrots, and I never
I
ate
don't
them.
remember that.
But now I like them.
I mean,
I
we're
like
not
peas and
related
carrots.
anyways.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe they
you-
wouldn't let you leave the table if you didn't eat your peas and carrots.
At-
I'm surprised you were even eating peas and carrots.
Well, they would.
When you're
It was
little.
like one of the cheapest things for them to buy for us to eat back when we were poor, Jacob. Anyway,
Do you remember
one of the things that I do. This is one of the things I do remember that I didn't like when I was little.
Uh-huh.
Pecan pie.
Really?
We would
Me
always
too.
go to my our grandmother's house,
Mm-hmm.
and I would always see them eating pecan pie, and I would never try it though. That was the thing. I didn't like it because I just didn't like the way it looked.
Exactly.
And then when I finally tried it, when our poor little grandmother was almost on her way out, I finally ate it, and I thought to myself,
What have I been missing?
I've been missing out on this delicious thing, and she's about to die soon. And I thought, this is gonna suck. And I haven't been able to find anybody to make her a pecan pie like she's made the pecan pie until recently.
Really? Where you made it?
A coworker.
Really?
I'm gonna drop off pecans to him so he can make a pecan pie for us.
I
And
thought
it
you
tastes-
tasted it.
I've tasted his,
Oh, you have?
and
he
it
was
tastes delicious. And
You
I
should
was
ask
like,
him for the recipe.
well, he probably might actually give it to me, but I thought like, holy crap, I finally found somebody who can make a pecan pie. And
That was
so
the
he's
same
actually gonna make
thing-
it.
That's what happened to me. Is I didn't like pecan pie, but it was just like, like the filling and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
It's something like grown-ups eat. You know,
Because now you buy pecan pie like stores and everything, and they have the whole pecans. The thing
Yeah.
I loved about my grandma's pecan
Hers
pie.
had whole pecans too.
No, it was chopped up. She chopped the pecans.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
Dude. All right.
You don't even remember
Yes,
her.
I do. Oh, she lived with us for years.
Yeah, and she never made a pecan pie while she was living with you.
Okay. We used to.
So
and we
you
went
do-
to. We
so
went
how
to
do you
her
remember
house,
what
like,
it looked like?
every weekend?
Yeah, you were also like 10 or 5 when this
I
happened.
still
so you don't
remember.
remember. So obviously not, because she would chop it up. She would do choppa style.
No,
We're
I
gonna-
don't.
chop
For the
style.
next Far
Choppa
Out
style.
Dudes, we're gonna have to buy a Ouija board and
I
freaking
don't,
contact her.
And see what she used to do.
God.
Actually, I think Paul has her recipe.
Yes, and I will tell you that.
I don't want
not.
any more of this. I'm a little disappointed that I poured it in my nice little cup.
Well, you have to clean them out anyways. You're not gonna keep drinking.
How
them
much?
out of that.
How much was
what I think
this
about that.
drink that I bought?
They're like $4 or $5 each.
Oh my god! It's for us to take 2 sips out of it.
So
and be
this is my thought on the first drink.
Next
I
time
actually
you go
like
get
it.
the drinks.
I
Should've
actually
just
like
bought,
it,
like-
but now that I know how much it costs, I'll probably never buy it. Because I would have said like I'll probably buy it every once in a while, but now with knowing the cost of it, I probably wouldn't.
Can we, instead of it always being
And
a
the
drink,
other
can we do
one-
like 3 guys and a meal?
No.
No. Do you remember the text message I sent you? so for all the listeners out there, Jacob actually was like, why don't you ever have that food for me? When I sent a text message of what we made, and what did I make that I sent?
You made
Macaroni and
giant
cheese and turkey legs.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we made turkey legs. So we made turkey legs, and I texted out to them, and Jacob's like, "Why don't you ever make that when we're over?" And so my wife actually told me, text them. It's not called 3 guys in a meal. It's called 3 guys in a drink.
Yes.
I think we
Yes,
should
it
change
is.
our branding to 3 guys in a meal.
Oh, okay. Who's
I
gonna?
want our cups to be like this.
That's fancy.
I want a mason jar one.
Hey, so
Have you ever seen like a mason jar?
Oh yes, I've
Hey,
seen a mason
wine
jar.
glass.
you know what
Mason,
a mason
jar,
is?
wine glass.
Mason jar. Then it wouldn't be a.
It's just a mason jar.
It wouldn't be a wine glass or. You
It'd be some
With
kind of weird.
you
with
can
the
just say
handle on it.
you can say a mason jar that I put wine in. That's what basically it would be.
Wine.
Wine, like
Uh,
Cool Whip.
So next weekend or next podcast, you said your friends got a little drink.
Oh
drink you
yeah, so just a preview of the remix. Little preview of the remix. Next week, I've got a buddy from Hawaii that's going to be joining us next weekend. So please listen. He's actually from Puerto Rico. He brought me some Puerto Rican moonshine, and he's like
Some
really-
Puerto Rican hooch.
Yeah, he actually. So he said it. If I'm gonna bring it on the show, he wants to join us for the show because he wants to drink some with us. So listen up to that. His name's Mike. He's gonna be joining us next week on the show. So on 3 guys and a drink. So obviously it'll be 3 guys and a drink and a guest. So listen up for that next week, guys. So Joseph.
Is it flavored or is it just? Well, I guess you don't really know. It's
Well, I do. I actually have it here, but I don't
Oh.
want to. I don't want to bring it out, or I don't want to give y'all any
Okay.
previews.
Oh, no.
Just tell you
Keep the
exactly what we got.
secrets.
Yeah,
Secrets.
and then next weekend we'll bring little shot glass
Speaking
out.
of the riot that's going to happen next weekend with the moonshine, did y'all know there's riots going on all across Europe due to the COVID-19 restrictions?
Oh yeah, they're locking everything down. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I like how they think we're crazy, but then you always look at Europe and they're always rioting
Yeah.
about something. And
Well,
setting
that-
shit on
So
fire.
so here's the thing about Europe too, though, is that they don't have a thing called a constitution like we do.
What?
Yeah.
I thought
so
it was a European constitution.
They have kings
so-
and queens over there.
So when the government says this is what we're doing, you actually can't do anything about it
It's
besides
just what
kind
they're
of
doing.
protest and riot on it every single time because it's still going to take effect. It doesn't even matter if you protest or riot; they're still going to do it. Whereas here in the U.S., we have a little piece of paper called the Constitution, and we can change what the government decides to do with us here.
I think they have a constitution. They just don't have like a Bill of Rights.
Yeah, but it's not a constitution like ours. We're
yeah.
We're
Okay.
a number one constitution wise. We set the tone.
We're-
and the,
we're
the
America.
rules.
yeah, we're Merca.
So yeah, riots in Europe. Oh, and in there's also
Cool.
riots in Australia too,
Oh, there's
because they're still locked down. Isn't it weird? Like
Way down under.
the
Yeah, I
COVID's
heard-
like kind of over for us. We're just-
Yeah, I heard
And they're
Australia's
still, like,
just still
locking everything.
like
well,
max lockdown.
well, you know what's
yeah, certain parts of Australia.
Well, you know what's funny is that the UK is probably like one of the highest like vaccinated countries around the world. Like
Uh-huh.
they actually have probably about more than 80% of their citizens vaccinated, including their teenagers, right?
uh-huh.
And so Israel put out a bunch
They're at 68.6%.
Are they? Oh, I thought it was higher
I
than
think
that.
it's Israel that's like. The
Is
one.
it? Oh, it's Israel then. But Israel has a lot of articles and stuff out there that actually prove that the vaccines don't last that long. You know, and we might be banned off of YouTube for even saying that.
Yeah, we should definitely not say the vaccine. word.
Okay. The
'Cause
so
They're
last time
what
we talked
their
about
reports-
COVID, they put like a freaking disclaimer at the bottom of our video.
did they?
Yes,
I don't remember them doing that.
Yeah, so if you say CH,
well, we're not saying anything that's we're not touting our own things.
Yeah, we're not like saying don't take the vaccine.
we're saying what we found.
Well,
news
and that's the
articles.
thing. I don't think there's anything wrong whether you take the vaccine. or
Everyone
not.
here
I
in
think
this
everybody has
podcast
their-
is vaxxed,
yeah.
and we've had our booster.
I haven't had my booster.
We've had our booster.
Oh, we've had our booster. No, what's funny is that, you know, the OSHA mandate.
Uh-huh.
You remember how we were talking about that on our last podcast?
yeah.
So they actually,
I can't believe they put the banner at the bottom of a video.
yeah. So they actually, OSHA has halted the mandate now because there's so many people suing, and actually the Court of Appeals actually put a hold on it as well. So
Yeah, for right now, right?
it looks like it's probably going to hold up. So it's probably going to go to the 11th Circuit. And if you know
What racetrack
what's
is
the,
that?
what's the what's the governor's name in Florida? DeSantis.
Yeah.
So DeSantis was actually on a show, was doing Ben Shapiro's show. So if you get a chance to watch Sunday Night Live.
Is this a advertisement show for Ben Shapiro?
I don't know.
'Cause
I seem like every time we get on the
we
show,
bring him up at least once.
that's where I get a lot of my information
If
from.
anyone knows how to get in contact with Ben Shapiro, we'd love to have him call in.
Well, I
Just-
actually
just put a
enjoy
spotlight out with the Star of David.
I actually enjoy watching the Daily Wire
someone
shows.
needs me.
Well, this is just for everybody. If you watch the Daily Wire shows, they're funny. Like Matt Walsh, he's very sarcastic. Matthew Clay. Anyway, so I don't want to. I'm not. Anyway,
so we're just advertising the Daily Wire.
so he
now.
was talking
Okay.
to DeSantis, and DeSantis was like, "Hey,
Yeah, go
obviously we were an open state, right? And things were working fine. And the UK, who basically did a bunch of lockdowns, are still like struggling through it.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you that everything that they've ever just kind of put out there about this whole thing that's been going around for the past almost 2 years now, it's just they haven't taken a lot of the right paths, I guess I should say. To make it simple and not to kind of overdo it.
Well, the people I've talked to about it, majority of them are saying I don't have a problem with taking the vaccine. It's just the way they're going about doing it. Like we're gonna make you take it, whether you like it or
and that
not.
was the thing that we had talked about it before, right? It's like I think psychologically they're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
If anything, you should say you can't take it because then you'll get everybody wanting to take it.
Yeah, they'll be like, I can't take it. So
What? I
Why-
want it.
Why
It's
does the
kinda-
government
they're only
want-
saving it for rich people.
Exactly, and that's what they should have done instead
And
of
then
saying,
they should have done like
instead of
secret
going
drops.
everybody needs to take it.
They should have done
And
like
now-
secret drops.
Yeah.
Where like, oh, we got some vaccine. You should come and take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
man,
they
I'm on
should-
the corner.
I
let
think-
me prick you real quick.
I think psychologically, most people thought of it in a way that goes, why are they forcing it and putting it on me when let it be my choice? Where if they would have did it that way, I think they would have gotten more people to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
But instead, they like push this whole thing about you need to take it. We're going to mandate it instead of just being like, hey, you can take it if you want. We're going to give it to all the rich people first.
yeah.
No, it's gonna be
I
$20,000
think you'd have bigger
a
riots
shot.
if you did that.
Yeah, exactly. But people would be in line waiting to take the vaccine though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
I think the way they just put it out there was just the wrong way. Because, I mean,
Well-
I don't think most people are against the vaccine. I think it's just the way they've presented it,
yeah, definitely. It's they just. I feel like they like really jumped the gun on it. They went from like 1 to 10.
Yeah, jump the gun like
I mean,
that
they
guy
came
who
out
jumped
with-
for his gun.
They
Yeah,
came out
like an
with
idiot.
cocks out, Glocks out, and
You really like cocks, don't you?
it was a.
So did you ever figure out whose cock you have in your hand?
It's this mic. It looks like a cock.
Oh no, my other webpage went down that I was going to talk about. It just went away. Anyway,
Hey, is this little part on the stand go up?
Yes.
Oh.
you just got to
I think so.
The
untighten
whole
it.
thing?
Yeah,
I wonder, does it go up?
it should go up.
Well, let's go on to our next article.
Okay, what you got for us, Jacob?
So you know those gas prices in the U.S. are going up.
Oh yeah. Dang.
That's our-
485.
Yep, that's our boy
No, thank
Biden.
you.
I'm glad we all voted for him.
So the U.S. emergency oil stash is what is in the spotlight as gas prices surge.
Oh,
So-
really?
What to know?
You mean it has nothing to do with the way Biden is shutting down pipelines here in the U.S. and other locations, but
Yes.
is going, go ahead, Russia, get all the oil you want so we can be dependent on you?
Yeah, I guess. So
And we have to ship our oil instead of just producing it here and have our own barrels?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Do you remember
that. We're like one of the top exporters of oil, aren't we?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
well, we used to be.
Well, we are even more so now because we actually
I don't know.
had our own.
Do you think it's just like a scam though? Like the oil companies are just trying to make money? Because
No,
like a
I
year
think-
ago,
I think it's the
I
people
trust
who are,
the oil companies.
a
with
year
my life.
ago they
No.
were
I
giving away
actually-
oil for free. Like they were literally giving away oil for
So,
free.
do you remember what happened that they were doing that though? So, when was it?
It was like at the start of the pandemic.
Okay, so Trump had actually created all these new little pipelines, increased our reserve. Our reserve was getting so high that gas prices were going down.
Were they doing?
They were
smoking
actually
weed?
doing things to like getting rid of the barrels that we had. Like you went from like $200 a barrel to like $80 a barrel.
But I'm saying it was free. Like it was negative actually. They were paying you to get the oil.
Well,
Like-
that's what I'm saying. We had an overabundance then because we were producing it ourselves.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I
Those
think
were the
those were the
I think
glory
the
days
gas
of
people are
the
just
$1.12
scamming.
Yeah.
$1.12 a
which
gallon.
makes me think like who's out there wondering like, man, I sure am still glad I voted for Biden. I like paying these high prices for meat.
Yeah, I think it's just a scam, dude. Because I think
I think it's just the
They're,
government and the oil companies maybe
yes,
colluding together. Is that what you're
colluding
thinking?
for about the shortages. Oh, there's a shortage of oil.
I think we've got people in place in the government that just don't know what the hell they're doing.
I think
I
that's
don't
a
think
fact.
there's a shortage of oil. I think there's a shortage of people to get the oil.
You've got
to the
Pete
places.
Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg. Who's Pete Buttigieg, Jacob?
He is the guy who ran for president and is the secretary of the Department of Transportation.
Yeah, and what is the Department of Transportation? do?
I don't know,
What are
but
they in charge
I
of?
know he's in charge of like
Supply
why the
chain stuff.
delays and stuff. Yeah, he don't know what he's doing.
So where was he at in the height of our issue? Or we're still in a supply chain.
I think he
issues.
was on vacation.
No, him and his husband adopted a child,
Okay.
and he went on paternity leave for 3
oh,
months.
yeah.
And
Wait, he went on paternity for an adopted kid?
yeah, for 3 months.
The kid was 18 years old.
And so now that he's
Haitian, little Haitian
been,
boy.
a little Haitian boy. Wait, Haitian or Haitian?
It doesn't matter.
Is he Haitian?
Whichever you wanted to hear.
Is he Haitian or Haitian?
Whichever
Anyway,
more funnier.
So basically, what you would say is that he went dark for like 3 months, but they said he was in the important meetings.
Well,
Would you
let's
say
be,
he
let's
was
be real.
blacked?
Do you think he's actually doing anything?
no, kind of like
It's
how
just
they say
probably
about
his underlings doing all the work while he's just like the figurehead.
Well, it's kind of
You
like
mean
they
like a
they
typical manager?
Yeah, what? I work.
Uh,
I mean, I'm not a manager, but I work.
well, I didn't say every manager. I said atypical manager.
Well, it's kind of like Kamala Harris. They keep making fun of her because they don't even know where she is or what she's doing. Because
I heard they were trying to get rid of her.
yeah, nobody, not even her own party likes her anymore.
Yeah, everybody's trying. I heard they're trying to get rid of her.
Well,
They're
they
gonna-
used her for the votes, right?
They're gonna.
They
u-
used her as a black,
but
woman.
nobody liked her.
Yeah. Well, they used her. They used her as a black woman who could get the black vote.
Oh yeah,
For
because
Biden.
he wanted to put like the first black female
Yeah,
vice president.
but she also claims to be Indian from India.
She isn't. Her mom is Indian.
Yeah.
Her dad is Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's not even a ADOS.
She's not an ADOS?
Yeah, you don't know what ADOS is? American descendant of slavery. It's like an American black.
Yeah, she's not even an ADOS.
Yeah. She's just she's an anchor baby,
But
actually.
it doesn't matter. That's how she laughs every time I see something about her. She's just smiling and laughing like
I
the
kind of feel
Joker.
bad for her now because nobody likes her. They're trying to get rid of her from being the vice president.
Well, I think it was just a bad decision on their part to pick
Yeah.
somebody like that. I wish they would have picked, what's her name from Hawaii? She was,
Oh, you're talking about Tulsi Gabbard?
yes, I liked her.
Like
She would be somebody that I would have voted
she's
for.
she's pretty retarded.
Here's a
like I try to listen
she is,
to her,
She is, but I think she's better
and
than
the
Kamala.
more she talked, I was just like, you don't know what you're
Here's
doing.
a pretty cool article
I
headline
think I would have.
found.
I would have voted for her more than Kamala.
maybe.
Here's a pretty cool article headline that I found.
Oh, okay. What is it from?
The
and what is it?
inflation genie is out of the bottle.
Oh,
as
no.
consumer sentiment takes a hit, and Californians pay $12 for a regular burrito.
Where at?
California.
Was it a California burrito?
What kind
Like
of
a
burrito?
California king bed?
I said it's a headline. I didn't read the freaking story.
Well, you can't bring us a story without at least reading some of it to let us know exactly what's happening.
Headline, sir.
Well,
Let
I
me
don't like
read
your
it.
headline, but
talk
stuff
about
is getting
whatever.
more expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know the 40 bottles of water from Costco used to be like $2 something? You know how much it is now?
Like 4:30?
$3.19. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Just people taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah,
know-
it's.
Do you
it's
know
a whole supply chain
Yeah.
just cascading
Yeah,
down?
So
putting
at
wa-
Costco, you would think that fajita meat in bulk would be cheap. It was $11 a pound for fajita meat.
Was it organic grass-fed beef?
No, it was just regular fajita meat. And HEB actually had it cheaper. But you would have thought, like, I'm buying a bulk of fajita meat. Why is this so much more expensive? $11 a pound.
I'm not too familiar with the price of fajita meat.
I am, and that's ridiculous.
You
I
see
used to
how,
get 3 pounds of fajita meat for like $20. Now I bought 11 pounds for like $35.
That seems like a pretty good steal.
11
not.
pounds for $35?
That's great.
No, it's $11 a pound.
Oh, you said you bought 11 pounds for $35.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
my
what
bad.
you said.
Oh, did I?
I was like, that's a lot of meat for $35.
3 pounds. Sorry, 3 pounds.
Yeah,
So I
horse
bought
meat did
I
you
bought it at
buy?
Costco. I bought fajita meat at Costco for $3. I mean, God, why am I getting this all
Are
mixed
you
up?
okay?
I think it's the alcohol in the dessert.
Well, why
we
do you
had.
think of not coming out of that stroke? Did y'all hear how United, or I forget what major airline, is like cutting back from hiring so many people, like 11,000 people or whatever it was?
Why? It's like going to be the height of the travel season for the holidays.
I don't know.
It's like the dumbest thing. So here we go. I got it now.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
go ahead.
Spit it out.
So it was $11 a pound. I bought 3 pounds.
Okay, you just had the numbers switched.
Yes, I had the numbers backwards. I'm a little dyslexic.
That took so long for you to recognize.
So I used to buy.
So when
like,
are you going to make us fajitas?
well, maybe the next time. Oh, I was thinking about making carne guisada. Have
It's
you ever
kind
had
of funny
carne
how you
guisada?
decide to make us some nice food once your friend Mike comes over.
I wasn't planning on making it for you next weekend.
Okay.
Also, he said he was thinking, not he was going
Yes,
to.
I was gonna say that when we make carne guisada,
Go ahead
maybe I
and
will make
hit
it
that
on
laugh track.
Yeah, carne guisada. That's
Does
a
I don't know.
wah, wah, wah. Clapping, music, laughing.
There it
You don't even have it
is.
labeled, the buttons. Okay,
Can they
turn
even
off.
hear
It's
it?
still laughing.
Can they
yeah.
even hear it here?
Yeah, it's
No,
still,
I'm talking about, is it being recorded?
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I don't think it's coming through.
Let me see. Don't say anything. Nah. Maybe they can hear. I know you can hear it in your headphones.
So
but-
pause it and then replay it, and see if we can hear it.
yeah, I think I need to turn it on in the thing.
So basically, we have the little sound bar for nothing. Then.
Well, you
Mm.
just need to have it plugged in or integrated.
Yeah.
What are we at?
Well, I just need to do it. Why do you care where we're at?
We're at
just
26
keep
minutes.
talking.
Well, you're always asking, oh, where we at? Where we at? Where we at?
I know.
Anyways, back to my thing about the United. So they not gonna hire all these people again. And the main thing that I saw too was like they want people to work holidays, but not pay them any extra. They just want them to work the extra holidays.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Just
Oh,
work
we
We
slave.
need more people,
I
but
think-
we don't want to pay you.
I think their
But we need more
CEO was
people.
like, when he was planning things, he was like, "How do we get rid of more people and have a shortage? Let's
complain.
not pay them for holidays, and let's just stop hiring people
Exactly.
because this will be the perfect time during the
Oh,
height
here's
of
the
the travel.
original. United Airlines expects to hire 25 people by 2026.
Because
25 people?
25,000.
Oh.
because I sure do like being in long lines because there's only one person working the
Well,
security
good thing
area.
I never traveled through airplane.
Well, of course you wouldn't travel through airplane.
You travel on an airplane.
And why do you say travel through airplane?
Because you travel. Because I don't ride on
Now
the
you
airplane.
sound like
I
now-
travel through.
Now
it.
you're having a stroke.
I travel through airplane.
I
What
travel
do
through
these drinks
airplane.
do to y'all? Anyways, what do you got?
I think it's because they're too healthy. I like to have GMOs in my body, and these aren't GMO drinks.
My GMO
Well,
levels are
this,
too
this
low.
isn't. This
I'm
isn't.
starting to have a stroke from my lack
Oh,
of
it is
GMOs.
non-GMO. It is non-GMO.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you real quick, the age game again.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh my God! This is everybody's least favorite part of the podcast.
It's my favorite part.
Oh well, let's go.
How old is Bill Nye?
Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm gonna say like 62, 63, 64,
I'm
65.
gonna s-
You're an idiot. It's somewhere between 50 and 70 years old. Well, you got to give me one number.
Yeah.
64.
64.
I'm gonna say.
No, 67.
I felt like he was our pop's age when I was watching him. So I'm gonna go with
He looks kind of
66.
He is 65.
Oh, right in the
Ooh.
middle.
He looks really old for 65.
Blah, 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 blah. Well, that's because
All right,
our
here's
parents
here's
don't look
another one.
old, and I think that's
Rob-
going to be a blessing for us.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, Robert De Niro's old. I think he's like 73.
Jacob.
Robert De Niro, he's like 63.
He is 78.
Ah, I knew
You see, Robert
I was going to go
looks
higher.
good for his age.
No, he doesn't.
he's
he
an
looks
idiot.
very old.
He's also an idiot.
Last one, Leslie Nielsen.
Who's Leslie
Dang, is he
Nielsen?
still alive?
How old is he?
Is that the guy from
Do you
Lethal
mean
Weapon?
Do you mean when
Not
did he
l-
die?
Not Lethal Weapon.
Are you sure you don't mean
Airplane,
like
yeah. Yeah,
when
right there.
he's still alive?
How old is he?
I would
I'm
say
gonna
he's
say he's dead.
I knew it. I was like
a curveball.
I was like I thought he died.
That was a curveball. I was say you're
I-
both wrong. He's dead.
Yeah. He was
But you had to freaking look it up.
what was it? What was the movie?
Airplane, the
Yeah.
Naked Gun.
Oh, man, I love those. Those movies are still like a hit. Like all the jokes that he made on the airplane still are like relevant today. Like, have you seen Airplane?
I remember seeing it. I don't. The part I remember the most is when the autopilot guy comes up.
Yeah.
That's the part I remember.
You got to watch it again because
Obvious. Don't
it's
call me
still
Shirley.
like it's kind of like Monty Python's. It's still funny. Airplane 2, those are all still like super funny and like the jokes are still like they're just classic timeless jokes.
Yeah,
Slapstick comedy.
classic times. Anyways,
Yeah.
so Illinois Senator Dick Durbin expects the Senate to pass the spending bill by the end of 2021.
That was a terrible segue, by the way.
What a great. Not everything has to be a segue.
Included in the
I'm
2.2 trillion with a T bill is more than 500 billion for green energy and programs to combat climate
So
change.
stupid.
Hundreds of billions more for free preschool for 3 and 4-year-olds, housing, hearing aids for Medicare patients, 4 weeks of paid family leave, and other programs.
So instead of like going in and trying to lower these things and costs for people, they're just throwing money so they can afford them,
Yeah, it's
so they can get them paid.
Yeah.
It's like the dumbest thing. The bill itself has a bunch of stuff that.
Wasn't it
but
like
one of the-
1,200 pages or something
So
like that?
here's one of the things. This bill is eventually going to get passed some in some form or fashion, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, it may go up, it may go down, depending on the price of the bill itself. But one key thing that you can see on this bill that they're obviously going to do, like fight tooth and nail to keep on there, which the Republicans will probably at some point in time go, okay, fine, keep a bit of it in there, which is the green energy deal, right? And the reason I bring this up because you remember last week we were talking about crypto. So one of the things when you talk about green energy and green new deals and all that other nonsense, you bring up into cryptocurrency.
What they slip in there?
Exactly. So it's going to be something with the fact that cryptocurrency is going to be something that's going to be worth a look at, which in the past, I myself had said this to many people. I was not a big advocate for cryptocurrency. I thought it was dumb, and I thought it was just.
You said you were gonna kill anyone that says
Yeah.
they bought crypto.
I literally was going
You
to hunt them
said you were
down.
going to murder everyone and that you were planning tiny nuclear weapons all across every single nation to murder everyone because
yeah.
you're a psycho.
Well,
Just
because
to
it was
say
fake. It
that's
was fake
not
money.
True.
So to me, it was just fake money, right?
Uh-huh.
But now the fact that you got
thought-
these
didn't
kind
you
of
think they were actual physical coins, these cryptocurrencies?
yeah, I actually purchased one, and then I found out it was fake.
You paid $60,000 for a Bitcoin.
It was a piece of plastic, and it was from the what is it? What is that?
I thought it was an old lady that
What-
had a strap around her that said Bitcoin. And she
No,
was
what-
like, I'm a Bitcoin.
I'm a Bitcoin, kind of like I'm a coupon from Annie Milonakis.
Yeah.
No, you know what? What's that game called? The one where you drop off the little coins that go inside, and you like Connect 4,
Yeah.
right? So I bought
Sure.
one, and that's what I got. I got a Connect 4 coin. I spent $50 on it.
That had a B and
Yeah.
Sharpie written on
Yeah.
it.
There's just a piece of paper that had a B on there.
Yeah, so
I think I'm going to
Dashed
steal
it.
this.
I'm gonna try to sell it back on eBay again, where I got it from.
I think I'm going to steal this.
The original
Keyboard?
Bitcoin.
So back to something that's actually real.
What did you say? You went on a whole tangent about I'm a Bitcoin.
The green
Actually-
bill and slipping something about Bitcoin in there.
Actually, y'all are the ones who did it. So I wasn't an advocate for for not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency in general. But now that they're doing all this stuff, I actually looked into it further, and you explained it on the last podcast. So if you guys haven't listened to our last podcast, pause this show right now and go listen to our first, the one right before this that we
finish
labeled.
listening to this one and then go listen to
the one that I got all excited about being our third episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a third.
Dude, you
So
know what? I
go
just realized I'm 3 podcasts behind uploading.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you said you were gonna
I
get
have
it
so-
done.
That's 3 weeks, by the way.
Yeah,
After next week, I should be free, a lot freer.
and you're
You've
gonna
been
all
saying
of a
that
sudden get it all
for
done.
like 2 months.
Well, yes, I'm all of a sudden. Once I don't have
So are
any
we
more
going
school,
to-
I will.
You're saying in one day you can like upload all of the podcasts.
Yes, it doesn't take.
You know what the terrible part about that is? When he uploads all of them, they're all gonna be uploaded at the same day. They're gonna say when was
So,
it uploaded?
I
The
still
same
have
day.
to figure out how to upload the podcast to like podcast apps. So
Well, what I want to do is, since we are doing this drink thing,
I was
actually
gonna
wanna
do.
start
I was gonna
recording
use
it.
podcasting 2.0. Do y'all know what that is?
I want to record it so we can
No.
actually show the picture of the drink like on the video and actually like show our faces tasting the
Well,
drink.
with podcast 2.0, you can show pictures.
Well, you
Like
have to
whenever you
get
talk about
2
some-
cameras.
And then
one
you'd
showing all
also-
this and one to like put the product in.
And then you're
Yeah.
also increasing the amount of work I have to do
now he
because
has
then
video editing to do.
now I have to edit the video to make it sync up with the video, with the audio.
Okay.
Alrighty. I don't what.
What's your point?
Yeah, that's your work, not
Is
ours.
your self
I don't see. I don't see what the
I'll
trouble
do
is
everything.
here. I see.
Well,
nothing.
do y'all have computers to edit this on? You have a freaking 2012 Dell that's thicker than my cock. Joseph got a thin.
Well, I have to say you have a pretty thin
Well,
cock.
this
if
is just
that's
for
what it
notes
is.
and stuff. This isn't to work on. I wouldn't use a laptop to work on anyways. I'd use a desktop.
That's dumb.
This is on GarageBand, so you need a Mac.
Well, can't you do like a GarageBand like video thing?
Oh, you know
like
what?
at the same
Mac
time?
Minis are
Like
like
to have it all together?
$700 if y'all want to buy a Mac Mini.
Oh, cool. Let me just go do that.
And I mean, what if we're gonna have the camera and everything all at the same time? Isn't there something like to make sure that it's linked properly, so that way when you
I
push pause
don't-
or record, it does it at the same time?
I
No,
don't know.
it's
I'd
called-
have to look
It's
into
called
it.
syncing up, going 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so after you have the time and you're able to upload all of this stuff, then what I want to do is start actually recording where we can actually see like the drink and we can talk
I
want to
do that too, but then if I cut something from the podcast, I'm gonna have to cut it from the video. I don't know. Maybe it'll be easy.
But
I
it's
don't
not
know.
something that you can like hook up with the video and the microphones at the same time, like where the audio is coming from the mic.
But then
the
I wouldn't
video's
have all the different tracks. It'd just be one.
One big audio
Yeah.
connected. It'd just be like a video.
Oh, I'm not a sound person, so I have no idea how it works.
I'm not a sound person
Well,
either.
stop asking.
So how do you know there's not
stupid
a way to have like
questions.
multiple lines?
I don't know. That's what I said. I'm gonna have to look into it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Are you gonna look into it like Rittenhouse looked into shooting those 2 guys during the protests?
Oh yeah. That brings me to my next story.
Great segue.
Bam!
I guess.
that was
Rittenhouse
kind of a terrible
protests in Portland. Out of all the places, Portland.
What?
What do you mean? Portland's
Portland.
been
But
the,
it didn't happen.
hub of
It happened in Wisconsin.
yeah, but
didn't it?
those guys like
They'll
riot
write
and
about
protest
anything.
for everything.
And all I see in these protests is white
Look-
people
look at
fighting
them.
white people.
Well, here's the thing. So speaking, so if anybody hasn't heard, which
Oh, watch out for that guy.
for our
That guy's
listen,
just confused. Like, I just wanted to get to my car.
so for our listeners, if you haven't, which don't know anything about the Rittenhouse case, so how many people do you think don't know about the Rittenhouse case?
Probably nobody because it's all over the news.
Anyone
I
who's
will
living
beg
under
to
a rock.
differ. I would beg to differ, and let me tell you why. Because I actually have coworkers that I said, "Can you believe the Rittenhouse case?" And they're like, who's Rittenhouse?" And I'm like, the nationwide the court proceedings that's been going around for Kyle Rittenhouse that everybody knows about. They're like, "Oh, I don't watch the news." There are people out there that
I
do not watch
believe
the
it.
nose.
The nose.
Those, the
They
news.
don't watch the nose.
Okay, give us a brief rundown on the Kyle Rittenhouse thing.
So Kyle Rittenhouse was a 17-year-old holding an AR-15 that was allegedly protecting a property.
why was he there protecting it? Why did they let a 15-year-old protect a property?
So what they've said,
Isn't that why we have
I didn't
police?
watch the entire court proceedings, but
Where were the police? Why did he have to
Well, why do you tell me to give you a summary and you don't even let me get to
I'm
that
just
point?
here-
What did he eat that day earlier?
I think he ate like burritos, $12 burritos from California.
So he's
Are you going to let me speak now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So 17-year-old holding an AR-15 went to go protect the thing. I think it was his grandma's property or something, and then eventually other people were asking for help. But he's a certified trained EMT as well who can help people. So he had a medical bag that he would help, right?
Okay.
So eventually these peaceful protesters, or AKA rioters, as some people would like to call them, started chasing him, one with a skateboard, others with guns. And while he was being chased, he never once pulled the trigger until they actually got him to the ground and turned around and he shot one, killed him, and then shot 2 others. And
He's a pretty good
injured
shot
them.
to kill somebody from on
And
the ground.
That was only 3 shots. He didn't shoot any extra shots. He literally shot 3 times, killed one, and shot 2 other guys. No one else got hurt.
He's a pretty good shot for 3
Yes.
shots and three.
I think he's a
hits.
CIA plant.
So
I think he might be MK Ultra,
he might be an MK.
CIA person.
It sounded
Mortal
like you said
Kombat.
he
What
might
does
have been
Mortal Kombat have to do with
MK
it?
Ultra.
Yeah, he was MK Ultra.
It almost sounded like he's
how
doing
many
like
people
a
can
video game
How
thing.
many people can be knocked on the ground and get 3 shots and 3 hits while on the ground?
Well,
Have
they're
you
probably
seen the
crowding
video?
around him.
No.
Okay, so basically he's on the ground and they're literally running towards him with guns and stuff. And so basically, if you point your gun in their just general direction, that you would probably hit them. That's how close they were too.
Also,
It kind of like how Kyle Odom was close to Tim Brittington.
And 2 of the people did not die. One of them did.
didn't one of them, the one who got shot in like the bicep, have the handgun
Yeah.
right into him?
And so actually in the court, he actually tried to say that he wasn't like chasing him with the gun, or he never had his gun pointed. And then he finally confessed
Yeah, I
while
heard
on
that
it to
too.
say that he actually was pointing the gun before he shot him.
So, are they gonna take him for lying under oath or
I don't
falsifying
know.
your police
No,
report?
because he's part of Antifa, I'm sure, and they're just going to let him go. But what was
He's
funny,
actually a FBI plant.
what's funny
So-
is there is mimes,
Memes.
memes,
Memes.
memes. There is memes going around.
Mhm.
Pictures, you know, those picture thingies, those
With
memes
words on them.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
words of the prosecutor holding the gun. Did you see that? So not
I saw the one that
not
sent
not,
y'all,
not
where he's holding a big old black dildo. in his
No, not that one.
hands.
So they actually have a picture of Cal Rittenhouse holding the AR-15,
Uh-huh.
which is, as with any weapon, you should not point it towards anybody, and
Yeah.
you should keep your
He
finger
was
straight.
aiming it at the jury.
He was like,
pointing it at
he
people.
was like this.
He was aiming it at the
That-
jury with his finger on the trigger. Okay, but needless to say, at the end of the trial, Cal Rittenhouse was found not guilty. Okay,
Didn't- I heard what's it? Not the defense. What is it called? Why am I blanking here?
The prosecutor?
The prosecutors like just fumbled the whole case.
oh, they did terrible. They did terrible. I mean, they were.
I heard the prosecutor is Kyle's uncle.
It was almost as
That'd be
though
a
they were
very
actually on the defense.
conflict of interest.
You know, people were actually complaining and feeling like the defense was like not doing anything, but the prosecution was like basically making the
They
case
didn't
for
have
the.
to
Well,
do
the
anything.
prosecutor is Kyle's uncle.
Oh,
Y'all
is
didn't know
what
that?
it- No, I didn't. Thanks for
That's his
enlightening
uncle.
us.
You're gonna
on
get us
that one.
another freaking banner on the bottom of our freaking video.
Yeah. So, what the funny part is,
I heard
that-
they were gay lovers, him and Kyle,
Yeah.
and he didn't want his gay lover to go to prison for life
Oh, okay.
for killing somebody.
Wow.
And also being a pedophile.
Wouldn't that be like
So,
involuntary
so
manslaughter?
here's 2 things that I
Oh,
have
it
about the
wouldn't be
case, right?
Involuntary.
One of the things is
Because he shot
I'm not a
him.
big fan.
He tried to shoot him. It was involuntary.
I swear I didn't pull the trigger. I got scared.
So here's 2 things that I have about that trial. One, I'm not a big fan of sports players being into politics, and LeBron James, I'm not a big fan of him and the way he tweets things. However, I did think that it was funny, and I think he did make a good comment that when Kyle
If it was
Rittenhouse was
black, you-
crying, when he
Oh.
was crying on the stand,
You
he did look like he was eating lemons. I'm sorry. I'm
He-
sorry.
He looked like he had
I'm-
to sneeze.
I'm on Kyle's side, but he did look like he was eating some lemons.
But let me ask you this: you think OJ did it?
I don't know. The second thing is what the other second funny thing is that
Screw you too.
yeah, sorry to ignore what you said. The second other funny thing is that I have is there are a lot of people out there saying how Kyle Rittenhouse was a white supremacist and how he is still a white supremacist and how America is filled with white supremacy. But the whole the whole charges that he had was from shooting white people.
Well, you see,
So help us out with that one.
they
Jacob.
weren't white. They were just white adjacent people. There were light skinned.
No, they were
people
white.
that he shot.
No, they were really white people.
No, they were
He was-
light skinned
The
black
one guy,
people.
the guy he killed was very white Jew.
Yeah.
Very much.
And
a
one
Jew.
of them was
Well,
actually a child
he's
molester.
anti-Semitic.
And the other two had felonies. And so the question that I have is, why were they so obsessed with
Was
Kyle
he trying
Rittenhouse?
to? Was he trying to
And
molest
saying,
Kyle?
why was he there? My question is, why were felons holding guns chasing a 17-year-old down the street?
Why are you defending felons?
So I just want to say, Kyle pushed himself onto the map.
Onto the
guy.
map?
Yeah, the minor attracted person.
Oh, okay. So it was the.
So Kyle was trying to push himself onto him, and when the three guys didn't want it, he shot them.
I don't know where this is going.
Yeah,
And
you
then
seem a little lost in your own story that you're making up too.
so what happened was, if you watch the whole Kyle Rittenhouse video, Kyle was masturbating in the street.
Didn't you say you haven't seen the video?
If you watch the whole video, Kyle was sitting down
I
masturbating.
gotta tell you, Jacob,
And they were like,
you
"Stop! Get off the street! He's masturbating."
You have a
And
lot.
they were-
You have a lot of like penis, cock, and all these other kind of jokes. Like,
And then they were like, "He's got his cock out! He's got his cock out!" And they were running at
you
him.
can always get
because they were like-
you can always count on Jacob having some kind of penis joke.
That's his thing. His cock jokes.
Yeah,
So they were running at him because they thought Kyle was a map, but they didn't realize he was a map. He was a minor.
so the real story goes is that the guy that Kyle Rittenhouse killed was really him chasing a minor. Like literally, he was after Kyle. He
So-
wanted a little bit of Kyle.
He wanted Kyle because he saw Kyle stroking his cock in the street, and he was telling everybody, "Get back!"
Why are you
because
saying all
he didn't
this
want
when you're
to
going
see.
to cut it
He didn't want to
anyways?
see.
I know it's
He
terrible.
didn't want them to see him go for Kyle's cock.
Kyle's the one who killed him, though.
So that's his conspiracy theory. Anyways, so the Queen has canceled all appearances, and they think
I felt like we weren't done
Did she
talking
finally
about
die?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
No,
She's
she-
like 200 years
that's
old.
what people think, that since the Queen hasn't been seen and she canceled all of her public appearances, that she's actually dead, and they don't want to say that she's dead,
Oh,
even though she's a
Because
reptilian.
she might
Because
she
who
might have
would
some,
care?
She might have some like medical procedure or something, right? Is that
you
what
know,
it really
you
is?
know, they pay the royalty just to be royalty.
Yes, they're like
How
millionaires.
stupid are they?
They have no power or anything. They're just figures.
Here's your
Yeah, well, that's
$60
because they don't want to get
million.
rid of the patriarchy, even though
You
it's
mean
a
the monarchy?
even though it's a monarchy. Well, you
You
didn't
tried.
You didn't.
tried
it's
with the
kinda
patriarchy
stupid.
joke.
Well, that's because he didn't let me finish my joke.
50 million. They give them like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
for
not
nothing.
counting.
You know that they're,
anywhere they speak
Yeah,
or
but-
endorsements.
but you know, like all of their stuff is like crumbling. Like the buildings, they're not keeping up with it and things like that. So
You think so?
no,
'Cause I went
They've
in-
actually said,
The Queen invited me for tea.
yeah.
The other weekend, she put out her big fat cock. And then
But
I said,
I want to
"What
say,
the
have you
heck?"
seen like the houses and whatnot that they're in? Like every time they do like
She asked me if I wanted cream in my tea, and I was like, no cream in my tea.
But that's how they drink it. They drink it with cream.
Oh, well, the tea she was asking me to put in my tea.
You
Was-
mean the cream? You said tea twice.
Joseph, what were you gonna say about the house?
What I was going to say
was
is
like-
their houses. Have you seen like when they do like renovation or anything like British style?
oh, like
houses are just
like my cribs on like MTV.
no, like
Oh.
a regular renovation.
Yeah.
Their houses are just like. I don't
What
know.
about 'em?
They're just
Old.
They're old, but
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any sense. Like they just look
Well, that's because they were like built like back in the day when things were like
No,
small.
So update them.
Well, that was that like speaking of like when I went to
Well, they
Tennessee,
don't have any hurricanes.
I went to
or
Tennessee and I
natural
went-
disasters to
Have
destroy
you?
the houses.
They look like really cheap apartments.
Yeah.
Just like 4 walls, a light, no
Well,
fan.
that's what I was gonna say. Like when I went to Tennessee, I went to look at one of the the Civil War memorial sites.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the homes that was like a big war that happened. Well, like one of the big battles happened.
It's a big war.
A big battle. And you go into this home, and like all the rooms are small,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not really anything in it. It's literally just a 4-walled room with a door, and like, just that's it. There's really nothing to it, and there's like a bed in there, a table. Like they made it, like you would think that these people had like the home belonged to like a person who owned a farm, and you would think like their house would have like all of these things, but back in the day, it was kind of like simple living.
Well, yeah,
Well,
they didn't have
duh.
anything else.
Yeah. So what? Like my question to you is like, what were you expecting? If they're old
from
homes,
300 years of progression in the house industry, little more than what they're in.
But the sites themselves, they're like considered sites, right? So you don't want to upgrade
guess.
like things that are like history.
I guess
You want to try to keep it as original as possible, unless you're gonna
Not
move in
me,
like
no, not like that.
You know what I was thinking? If I married the Queen of England, would I be the King of England?
no,
No.
I forget what it's called.
Wasn't her
You would have to
husband
be
the
crown.
prince?
You would have to be crown king.
Oh, it'd have to be the coronation. It's
Yeah.
coronation day.
Also, the licenses they have to buy. You have to have a license to have a TV in your house and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the most stupidest thing.
and you have to report it.
license? Where's your license for your TV?
Where's your license?
I know you're watching Harry Potter
On the telly.
On the telly.
Where's your telly license?
Where's your telly license?
Where's it? I see you watching Harry Potter. I've been watching your window.
Have you seen the video of this guy that has a knife and he's chasing the cops around because they don't carry anything?
Yeah, they don't carry anything but like a
So
club.
he's, like,
Do you know they
running
ride
around
around
after
in
them.
bicycles with balloons and they go, "Stop or I will simulate gunfire." And then they pop the balloons to make the gunshots.
No.
Some have PTSD from popping their own balloons.
Terrible.
I
UK.
That's why they run over people with buses there, because they don't got any
Yeah,
other
they
weapons.
don't got any
television
weapons.
license.
You know-
a television license.
Well, that's the dumb thing. They're like ban guns, but
Dude, they also kill people
there's
with crossbows there. There's a lady,
and
I saw this
and
one.
hammers.
I saw this one where this lady was trying to get crossbows banned because her neighbor killed her husband with a crossbow. I'm not even making it up. Their house, it was like a townhouse, and
Look
he
that
climbed
up.
through
Look
the
that up
attic.
for the listeners, so you can put that at the bottom.
I also
want
want to real quick, do that while you do. Since April 2021, the annual cost is $159 for a color license and $53.50 for a black and white. Who has a black
Wait,
and
what?
white TV? Yes.
Well, that's
How much
because
was
they
it?
haven't updated any
How
of their
much was it
laws.
for a TV? Dude,
Income from the license is primarily used to fund the television, radio, and online services of the BBC.
the BBC that makes tons of money from Doctor Who and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They get the BBC is the one who's like charging you.
What-
It's kind of like our public broadcasting company.
Wasn't that guy?
They actually do fundraisers where the BBC just charges you for having a TV in your house.
You don't have to pay us. We're forcing you to
Yeah,
give us that money.
you can watch, but you can watch BBC for free, guys.
So also
you
the
only
BBC,
have to pay us
The
to watch
BBC
it.
had this guy on there, this Jimmy Savile guy, who was
Isn't he
donating
like
to
a-
a hospital that was like raping all the kids in the hospital. Like
Yeah.
it was just a front for him to rape kids in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
He is convicted and disgusting.
He's a map.
Yes, he's a map. But he wasn't just a regular map. He was a child serial rapist map.
He knew exactly what he was doing and did what he was doing to get to that.
And everybody and they were helping him out doing stuff and it didn't come out until like after he died.
Really
And everybody knew what was going on.
terrible. That's why I think that a lot of the stuff that they're talking about here in America, like a lot of those people are true, and they probably took the playbook from this guy's coworkers.
Absolutely crazy.
So he would donate money to the hospital, and the hospital would like have a special rape room for him.
What? What hospital was this?
I don't know.
I can't believe that.
Probably Rapersville.
Rapersville Hospital.
You know, like Rikers prison. He probably went to Rapers Hospital.
It's terrible. I'm
wow.
not laughing at that joke.
But
That wasn't
yeah.
a laugh at the joke.
So
that is
the
disgusting.
so the British
I can't
people.
believe I don't know anything about
So
that.
the
I
British
wonder if-
people are actually funding so some guy can rape kids.
Wow, good job, UK. How do you feel about that? Comment below from the UK if you let us know how you feel about.
I'm pretty sure they all hate it.
They have to be a real genius people to like fund a fake queens and kings and then give money to the BBC, even though they make millions of dollars.
I
think-
wanna know-
I think it's because most people don't know. They think they're giving money like us. We give money for taxes. How
No.
much of our taxes are being funded to do like dumb stuff, right?
A lot of money.
Because most people, when they think, okay, this is
It's like, is my tax dollar
Most-
going to that
most-
scientist who's
Yeah.
studying why
raping children?
rats'
Babies.
claws grow at the rate they grow at? Because that's amazing.
Do you know there
scientific
was a
information.
scientist in America who was trying to see if babies have orgasms, right?
That sounds like a definite front.
Exactly. So what I'm
Who
trying
needs that information?
the point that I was trying to make was that how many of us actually pay attention to where our taxes are going? Most of us just go about our daily lives just like more worried about the gas prices and stuff. We go to work and we go home. We don't have a lot of time to like investigate what's going on. So
Yeah.
we rely heavily on the news, and if the news isn't reporting it,
Yeah.
then we're just oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah, the government collected in 2021, this year, they collected $4.05 trillion.
$1 trillion.
Yes, that's $4.5 billion.
4 trillion. It's not 4 trillion 5 billion.
Yeah, it is. 4.05.
Oh, okay. Not 4.5. Okay, my bad. I read that wrong.
But isn't that crazy? 4 trillion. Can you even imagine that much money?
You know, that's all that. But my thing is, that's all they're getting. They're trying to pass a bill that's half of that price. So
How are they going
and
to pay for it?
Look at.
Do you
how,
know what MMT is?
Look at how much our U.S. debt is right now.
But you see, the U.S. debt isn't like regular people debt, you know? It's
No.
like,
Yeah, but it's debt we're still paying for.
How fast that baby's ticking up.
It's tick tick.
God dang.
What does
almost
that say?
30 billion. 28.
No.
Oh, 28 trillion 900.
28 trillion is our debt.
It was billion like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, the government debt doesn't really matter.
Can
Have you ever heard of
I-
MMT?
If I were to come up with 229,000.
There's a little bit of it, right? So think of it that the federal government is only getting about 4 trillion from us in taxes.
Yes.
But yet our debt is 28 trillion.
Well,
That's like you having imagine the debt that you have.
well, like our debt isn't the same as government debt, you know? Because we can't print money to
But
clear
you-
our debt.
Okay, well, but printing money isn't going to help the fact that you're going to have debt. It just messes up the value of the dollar.
Let me ask you something. If I were to.
Have you ever heard of modern monetary theory?
Yes, you've told me about that before, and I think it's dumb to print out just.
Well,
print
that's
money
what
out.
we're in, modern monetary theory.
Let me ask you both this. If I were to come up with $229,705, send it to the government,
Yeah.
am I just scot-free now? Can I just go on with my life and say,
No.
I paid my debt per taxpayer? That's me.
What does it say? Where does it say that out on here?
The first box, top right.
Oh, debt per tax. So we need to. So each American needs to pay. Does that include children as well, or just like
It says taxpayer.
taxpayer? So anybody that's working.
Wait, so how do we know this national
Which
debt?
should be everybody.
Look
paying
at the
TikTok
taxes.
median
clicker.
income. Look how little it has grown in 21 years.
Where's that at? I'm trying to look and I can't
It's
see. it.
right. Yeah, right there. And look at the home value. Median income went from 31,000 to 35,000.
But you know, we're like the richest country though. 35,000 in other countries is like ridiculous.
We're not talking about other countries.
This
We're
is
talking
true.
about here.
35,000 here in America is not a lot of money at all.
I mean,
Yeah, you're gonna take somehow get your $35,000 you make in a year, and go to some other country and live super wealthy.
You could.
it'd also have to be a remote job, and that
That's-
remote job is probably going to be
Impossible.
not impossible.
No, I meant like taking that whole money, your income. Like you got bills and shit to pay. You got to eat, maybe kids to pay for. You know.
Yep.
But that's crazy. Just looking at the debt. Like imagine if that was your debt.
But it's not our debt.
It's a shared debt.
It is.
Okay.
It's a shared debt.
Guess what? They can mint a $29 trillion coin and say, we paid off all of our debts.
Yeah. You know what China's gonna
Where
do
does this money
because
come
they hold
from?
most of our debt.
It's in the
They're
coin.
gonna
China
go-
does not own most of our debt.
They're gonna, or anybody, right? They're gonna look at that coin and go, "This is worthless. You still owe me $28
Where's
trillion."
the money?
Of
It's right
that
there in your
28
hand.
trillion, 7.6 trillion is held by foreign countries.
How
That's
much?
not 7.6 trillion.
7.6 trillion we owe,
Yeah.
and we still give money to other countries.
How about them greenbacks?
Yeah, yeah, that's complicated.
That's real complicated.
You have to give it to other countries so that way, basically, we own them, So we give them money.
We own them pretty much.
We
We
give
own
them
you
money,
now.
so they have to do what we say.
Israel, we own you. We give you a lot of money
Yeah.
for your Iron Dome and your missiles.
We give
We
them a
own
lot
you.
of money, and then they're
They're
like our proxy state.
Hamas,
Middle
the
East.
money that Iran has given you, they own you. Keep
Yeah,
bombing
pretty much.
Israel. So, what other article you got for us, Jacob?
Goodness. Hey, look, dollar to crypto ratio.
Oh, where's that at?
$7 to $1. Dollars to silver ratio.
Oh, see, and that's
Look
why,
at gold.
kind of going back to crypto, that's kind of one of the things I feel like.
Wait, gold is 21,000 per ounce?
No,
It's skyrocketed. Yes, it is.
it just went to 21,000. It was at
It's-
18. It was at 1,800.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, that's
Are
not
you
right.
sure?
No, it was at
Oh, per ounce. I'm thinking.
yeah, even 1,800. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe this debt clock thing is wrong.
yeah, that might be
What is
wrong.
it?
Because this
21,000 per
Dollar
ounce?
to gold ratio.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, how do we know this U.S. debt clock?
Okay, maybe that whole thing's wrong.
Maybe
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a bunch of ticking
because
numbers.
it
that you
says
don't really-
7 to crypto ratio. What crypto? There's multiple cryptos.
Yeah, which of the crypto are they talking about? Because right now it's 60,000 to 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah, this
It's
says
7.06
and
to
this is
1.
complaining.
Mm.
This is comparing gold ratio from 1913, when $28 was a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's saying now this thing is
Yeah,
that
this-
they haven't updated that in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
21,000. Yeah, that's wrong.
This is probably like freaking trying to.
Okay, I'm glad we
Bitcoin
wasted
miner
our time
computer.
looking at these numbers.
I take back everything I just said.
Yeah, let's look up U.S. median income, because that's at
think it's
30,000. Oh, it's still
31.
right.
Oh, it's actually lower than what that.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's actually back down to
no.
what it
This
was.
says the U.S. median income from the census is 67,000.
Oh, see that? It's actually
that
like
must be like for
30,000
the whole
more.
family though, for like 2 incomes.
No, I think.
Oh
that
yeah,
might be it.
household.
Medium household. Well, that's what it goes off of. Actually, the medium household.
So 33,000 is where it's at.
Yeah.
The median wage is $19, so 38,000.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
I can't. I feel like y'all's mics are like in the way of the TV. I feel like I'm like trying to.
That's
dodge
why I
and, like,
said we
look at
should
what
have
they-
Discord and not a giant TV, so we can all see what people are.
PJ's internet is gonna be.
Well, I think y'all should put y'all's
BJ's
laptop
laptop
to the
is
side
gonna
like mine.
explode
That's
if we
all.
do that.
All I'm saying is y'all should just put y'all's y'all stands a little to the side like mine.
Okay, for our next topic, we're gonna move into Web 3.0. Have y'all ever heard of Web 3.0?
No.
Me either.
Is it like Internet Explorer 3.0?
No.
America Online 3.0.
So let me read a little bit of the article so we can get
okay,
into
go ahead
it.
and do that.
I don't know why my voice cracks so much.
Well, that's
Okay,
because you're still
So
in puberty.
the nascent days of the internet in the 1990s were Web 1.0. The web was seen as a way to democratize access to information, but there wasn't great ways to navigate it beyond going to your friend's GeoCities page. Do y'all remember that? GeoCities pages?
No.
Yeah, me either. It was pretty disorganized and overwhelming.
Oh, was it?
I remember
Then-
GeoCities, like
don't-
the name.
I don't remember anything about
Did we
it.
even get on the internet back then?
Yeah.
I don't know. The internet.
Remember
Was
going to rotten.com?
Yeah, I remember that.
I just remember looking
I
up.
think
porn.
everybody was doing Rotten.com.
Well,
Remember
I
hot,
don't think it
you remember
exists
Hot or
anymore.
Not?
You remember the internet is for porn.
Hot or Not.
Oh,
It
that-
rings
back
a
in the
bell.
days-
That might have been when I was in high school.
Back in the
you would put
eight-
up a picture of yourself like on Hot or Not, and you would either
I
say if you're hot
remember
or not. on
Dude,
it.
that's a good idea.
Do that
Just
again.
revitalize that?
Yeah, hot or not.
Yeah. And basically, you would just click through. You would either say hot or not, and you would just keep going, like looking at people's face selfies, basically.
Wow, that's actually a good idea. Hot or not.
Yeah, it actually was a good idea, and then it went away because it eventually gets old and people get tired of it.
And then we can do like map it to people like in your area and be like, this person found you hot.
Like a dating site?
Yeah, kind of.
So
Well,
you
they already
wanna
have
make a
that.
dating site?
They already have that, though. They already have like dating sites who like.
Who
It's
cares?
It's called swiping left and
That's
right.
like saying, oh, they already have it.
What is that app called though? There's an actual app like you
Tinder.
Yeah,
It's-
Tinder.
That's
there you
what,
go.
that's
All
like
of
saying,
them, they all
oh,
do
there's
that.
already a search engine when people were making Google. Oh, there's already Ask.com, Ask Jeeves. There's already Yahoo. There's already Internet Explorer, MSN.com.
Well, go make it. Go make an amazing dating app that.
Well, I'm just
somehow
call it Hot or
is
Not,
better.
and then
You can't. It's already existed. You would have to pay the people who own
Let's
it.
see what hot or if hot or not still a thing. First picture's me. Oh no.
Hot or Not. Find someone. You gotta
It's
sign in on
already a
Facebook.
thing.
What? Is it like, does Facebook own it or something?
No, that's just a Facebook sign.
Okay, read the little
Oh,
article
look,
right
it
there. It
says-
says,
Date
Hot or
launched October 2000 by James Hong and Jim Young,
oh,
Hot or not.
two white Americans.
Currently rebranded as Chat and Date, because
Oh.
that's better.
chatting
Is
date.
a rating site that allowed users to rate the attractiveness of photos submitted voluntarily by others. So you could just put
This is
up
how it looked?
anybody.
Yeah. And you would, oh, that's right. You wouldn't push hot or not. You would actually
scale
rate
of
them.
1 to 10.
Yeah.
Man, look at these pictures.
I hate to say it, but I actually did it.
And what did you score? Get scored?
I was probably like a 8 or a 7 or 8. That was like average, you know?
As long as you weren't a 5.
No, it wasn't a 5.
No lipstick. I don't know. Hard choice.
Hot or Not. Hot or Not.
Are those the same people?
What?
They're brother and sister.
Oh, I was
It's
gonna
a,
say, it
it's
looks
called.
like the-
Their YouTube channel's called.
Oh,
Incest.
have y'all seen like those? Have y'all seen those like those Instagrams or the
I'm
TikToks
not on any of
where
those
the
things.
girls actually show where they do the filters? Like they take off the filter. And you're
Have
like,
you seen the ones where they put
"Ugh."
on makeup?
Have you seen the one
Yeah.
where this guy driving a motorcycle had the filter and he put a filter as like a young woman and had like millions of followers?
Oh.
And he finally came out and said, I'm an old Asian guy.
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those.
I've
I've seen
them
the
where
makeup.
they-
I've
they
seen the makeup
peel
tutorial
things
one. But
off. They
yeah.
peel like things
Look,
off their nose and stuff.
they put like these things to make their nose look like more pointy and not as,
Yeah.
and they put bridges on their nose. But no, I hadn't heard about the guy like.
Imagine meeting
driving
her
around
at
with
the
a-
club.
what
and
is
she goes, you take her home, and she takes off her makeup.
Oh yeah, and
off.
they put that tape to like make their face. They create more of a jawline, like thinner face.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
It's not, look
There
up
was
the
this
guy.
one.
I
Hold
forgot
on,
his
hold
name.
on,
Look
hold
up the guy who was faking being a freaking woman, riding a motorcycle, and had like all these followers.
There was this one toothless lady. She looked really gross, and then she put on makeup. Oh, this is it. This is it. All right, for the listeners,
Oh my god! Toothless princess.
look up toothless princess on TikTok. I'm gonna go ahead and stop while we watch this video.
Like no,
you heard
I've
she had a medical condition?
well no that I don't know if it's true or not, but I did hear like her actually like having like a medical condition with her teeth.
I bet.
I think it was called like meth.
Yeah, I was about to say crack.
No, I'm serious. No, but seriously though, I think she did have like a medical condition where she ended up losing all of her teeth.
Well, that's what I told Jacob right now. Is
Well,
like,
what's up with her skin?
Yeah, she may not.
What's
look,
up with her granny face? Why
She may
does
not
she
look
Well, that's
good
what
now, but
you look like a granny because you don't have the teeth.
that's what I was saying. Yes, it was like put your teeth in. I bet you'll look a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, look at this. Come on now.
Now skip to the end.
Again, we're looking at Toothless Princess on TikTok.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I'm telling you. She had a medical condition where she lost a lot of this, like those, like her teeth.
Okay.
I mean, if you, as soon as she puts her teeth on, she doesn't need all that makeup. But
No, she doesn't. But imagine taking her home from the.
So
yeah. Well, you know what I think about? I
Is
think of
it-
that one movie.
is it
I'm
rape?
gonna get you, sucker.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
No.
So he takes like a hot chick home, right? It's called I Got the Wayne Brothers.
and then it's a dude.
No. So she starts off by taking off the leg, and he's like, "Oh, no,
Oh
don't worry about
yeah,
it."
I remember
And
that.
and then she takes off her wig, and she's bald. And then she takes off her teeth, and then takes one of her eyes out, and then takes like half of her body out. She's like, just half. She has one arm, one leg.
Okay, Elon Musk reportedly asked Tesla managers. Okay, but the point of this article about Elon, he said that it's okay if people listen to music, just have one earbud out. How do you feel about that?
Like at work?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
I'm
I
a
don't like
fan
that
of it.
because they're. Well, I would say it depends on where you're at, like what job field you're in, right?
Like the importance of what you got going on.
Yeah.
Like
Like
if you're in the operating room, I would say no.
yeah.
They play music in
Well, they play,
operating rooms.
but they still have. They don't have headsets on. I mean, they play music, so everybody. But
But he's not like
you need to be able to hear and talk to other people. You know, I think if you're in an area where you're working by yourself and you don't have to hear anything, I think it's okay to have one earbud in, but you still want to probably have one of them out. You know.
I put both of my earbuds in at work, and then when somebody talks to me because they have noise canceling, I go, "What?"
And did you know, speaking of Elon Musk, that his dad married his stepdaughter, his own stepdaughter?
Like
His
his
dad?
That sounds like a
Yeah.
Whose stepdaughter?
Elon Musk's dad, his dad married his stepdaughter.
Elon's
Okay.
stepdaughter or the dad.
No,
So
the
he pulled
dad's
a
step-
he
the
pulled a Woody
stepsister
Allen.
then.
Yeah.
He pulled a Woody.
That's
Woody
exactly
Allen?
what I was gonna say.
Elon Musk's father, Errol, opened up about having a baby with his stepdaughter,
Oh,
who was only 4 years old when he
come
married
on,
her
bro.
mother.
Come on, bro.
He was playing the long game.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting long game.
Now, would that be considered grooming? Oh, did we talk
I
about
would
the
say.
Rep 3.0?
But I don't think
you
he
went
did.
Why
off
did we
about-
get about the toothless fairy or princess?
I have no idea.
On
Because you like to
TikTok.
just ramble on and just go sideways on some
we
of our
talked about hot or
conversations.
not. We started talking about hot or not.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Geo, whatever.
GeoCities.
and- yeah.
Okay, then the Web 2.0. Sorry.
Come back full circle.
So we're back. We started talking about Elon Musk's dad marrying his 4-year-old stepdaughter.
Well, you asked about wearing one earphone in, which we
I do
talked
like the
about
fact
for like
that-
2 seconds.
But I do like the fact that we just ramble on and we go into like just totally way
As
off.
long as we
things.
can circle back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the Web 2.0 is things like Google, Amazon, Facebook, Twitter. Okay, and then the Web 3.0 is about grabbing some of that power back. There are small companies that will own all this stuff. I don't know what stuff they're talking about. They don't really, the reason I brought this up was because I didn't know what Web 3.0 was, and the article doesn't do a good job explaining
doesn't.
it. So I don't think they know what Web 3.0 is.
The article doesn't, yo.
Yeah, I had a stutter. I have a stutter, just like our president.
Hey, did you know there was, since we're talking about that kind of stuff, there's a place called, actually sent it to Isaiah. It's called Mine. If you
Mine?
go on there, yeah, I think it's free right now. You go on there and you put your, you log in whatever email you log into different things with, and it helps you erase your stuff, like data and stuff from,
That sounds
from
like
anywhere.
they're just putting that in so that way they can steal all your data, and then they're like,
well,
oh yeah, we erased it.
they're erasing because what you can get rid of your data, like everything, cookies or whatnot that companies pull.
No.
You have to send like an official thing saying, "Hey, delete my pictures off Facebook. Delete my information that you
Yeah,
have."
I'm sure they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're deleting it. Yeah, it's all gone."
You know,
but then
when
they
you
keep
delete
it like
a
inside of
picture
a.
on Facebook, all they do is just hide the picture. It's still in their system.
That's where I'm getting at.
But what he's
is
saying,
when
when you
you
send
have
the
to
official
send
letter.
the official letter saying delete my information off of your website, you have to do that for every single person that.
Can you imagine if
you-
Facebook
that you
got that
logged
letter from every
into,
single person? Like,
and
how
what
would
this
they even-
website does is you log into it and
To
they do that
confirm?
for you.
Oh.
They send it and they pull.
So what's the
to delete the
catch?
information? Nothing. It's just them getting.
They probably, you know what they probably do? They probably send you pictures of their cock.
They probably send it off to like some other kind of offsite database that holds everything, even though they say, yeah, we deleted it off of this
We deleted it. We actually had to make copies, triple copies, and sent them to.
So
our
we
own
deleted the original copy, but everything
I
else
was
we
trying
still
to
have.
get
So those
to-
pictures with your cock out, we're gonna blackmail you with them.
What I was trying to get to is if you wanted to, you can delete your information
Oh, okay,
from
cool.
places. Not so
Cool.
much the higher ups like the government,
I don't know.
but
I think see, and that's one of
places
the
that
things
say they don't keep your information.
I
they
think that's
just-
what separates me from like the kids of today. Like the fact that they post up just everything and anything online. Like everybody's seeing this.
Yeah,
Everybody's gonna see it. Like, and it won't go away because most of them are gonna grow up. They're gonna forget that it's posted, and then they're just gonna.
Do you
like,
know the
go on
new
with
thing
their
that's
lives.
going around?
No.
Kids are now posting before and afters of after they poop. So before they wipe and then after they wiped. It's crazy.
Anyways, it's just like people who tweeted
It's the
something.
new thing.
People who tweeted something like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
You know,
and
they're
then
not
getting
the same person they were 10 years ago.
and then
but
getting canceled.
yeah, Cancel culture.
Cancel
It's a
culture.
freaking thorn in everyone's side.
Well, I don't believe in cancel culture
much time we got?
because who cares?
Oh, look at that.
I still stop asking about the time.
Well, that's because I wanna
once
talk-
we're done talking,
I
we're
wanna-
done talking.
I want to go to my thing after too,
What thing?
the conspiracy theory thing.
Well, we're gonna have a conspiracy theory show.
Because it's 5:00 already.
all right, this is the time we started last week.
Okay. I just want to make sure. That's all. Carry on.
Okay, so my next article, I don't have a next article. Y'all got anything?
Well, I want to talk about sports a little bit because Justin Verlander decided
Who's
he wasn't.
Justin Verlander?
He's one of the pitchers for the Astros.
Oh, he's a sports ball player.
Yeah.
Does he play on the Houston Rockets?
Get your dirty feet away from my feet, bro.
No.
He plays for the
Houston Astros.
no. The Houston Dynamo.
Oh, the Dynamo.
Oh, he plays
the
for
cricket
the.
team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's a swimmer.
I think recovery. Is it 10 pin?
Tin pin.
Dude, what if you're a swimmer and you know how they have to wear those tight little Speedos? What if you get a boner mid-race? What if you get a boner?
Why would you get a boner?
I don't know. You just get a random boner.
That would be my biggest question. Is
Like,
not
why are you
what
getting a
if you get a
boner,
boner?
in a pool full of other men?
Because it's just a random boner.
No, okay, yeah. I don't.
You're
I don't,
just walking around.
I don't
with
think.
your-
I don't think people
well,
get
let's
just
see, I'm
random
not
boners.
14. I don't get random boners anymore.
Okay, boomers.
So anyway, Justin Verlander, obviously, who's the team, Joseph? To Joseph.
Is he a golfer?
To Joseph.
Yes.
What team typically takes all of our good players away from us?
The Yankees.
The Yankees.
They take good players away from everyone.
They were
though.
actually, yeah, but
When was the last time they won a World Series?
The Yankees?
Yeah.
The Yankees?
I think it was like 2001,
Yeah.
2002.
So they pay. So they basically get all the washed up people. Like after they're good, they're like, oh, that guy's good, and then they suck once they go to the Yankees because they're like,
sometimes they get
No,
good
they
people
get
right
them
away.
even. The problem is they will get them even if they're like flesh in the pan good. Like they're good 1 or 2 years, and then they just
Yeah.
die. They're stuck with someone who has a 10-year.
Yeah, there's been a lot of baseball. There's been a lot of
contract.
baseball players that just die after they get them.
They get them and they're just. I signed with the.
I got the Yankees. But anyways, I'm kind of. I don't know. How do you feel about Justin Verlander coming back to the Astros? Do you think he's gonna be good again,
after
or-
Tommy John surgery? It's a toss-up.
Well, a lot of pitchers have been doing pretty good after the Tommy John surgery.
What
Like
the frick
lately,
you
the-
asking me for?
was his
Well,
doctor?
that's what I want to know. I want to
Was
know
his
like
doctor Jewish or Asian? The one that performed the Tommy John?
Actually,
Only the good ones.
Actually, it was a Jewish and an Asian.
Oh, that's a good combo. That's a good combo.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a word that would would mesh Jew and Asian together, but I couldn't.
Juasian.
Fusion. It's a Jusian.
Is it Jusian?
It kind of it's like Asian Jew fusion.
Asian.
Asian.
Ah, yeah, there you go, Asian. Isa Asian that did his surgery.
Yes. So he was.
But it just sounds like you're just saying
taken
a
care of.
Jew.
So you gotta say Asian.
Asian. That should be a restaurant. Come to our Asian restaurant. It's a kosher.
It's a fusion.
Wait, was it a South Asian or an East Asian?
Well, most Jews go to eat at Asian
It
restaurants.
was a Pacific Islander.
Uh-oh. Was it a man or a woman that operated on him?
I don't know which one would be funnier. I guess I don't know where you're getting at.
I hope it
funny
was
one.
a man. Oh, it was a woman. Yeah.
Hit that laugh track.
Yep.
You said the wrong one. There you go.
You pushed the wah wah wah.
Man, it'd be even funnier if they could actually hear
You
it.
know
I
what
know,
would
it
be
would
nice
be
if
pretty
we
good.
actually had some cushions on these chairs so my pelvis didn't hurt.
There's literally a cushion right next to you on the floor. You
I
can just
keep
put it on your
forgetting
chair.
I keep forgetting to get one of those.
My freaking ovaries hurt from sitting on this chair.
Oh, so
You know my
know-
unihole, my ovaries.
do you know who just got laid to rest after a month?
After a month,
Yeah,
Was it
Jeffrey
the-
Epstein.
Was it the that chick?
yeah, they got shot by Alec Baldwin.
Oh no, I was
Yeah,
thinking
she-
the one where they were on vacation.
She literally died Thursday, October 21st, and they literally just buried her today.
Wow, a whole month
Her
later.
body.
Well, they had to do their satanic rituals on her.
Oh, yeah.
The Hollywood satanic rituals.
With
They
the
have to
hopes
make
that she would
sure
come
they
back to
did
life.
all those tests to make sure it came back inconclusive for Alec Baldwin.
Oh, okay. So
She died of COVID.
She died of COVID.
It was still a COVID death.
She wasn't wearing her mask on set.
It was technically a COVID death because Alec Baldwin sneezed because he had COVID and he accidentally shot it.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes
COVID-related
sense.
death from
Yeah.
him coughing from having COVID.
What's it called?
Gonna be on the that's
critical
gonna-
damage. What's it called whenever the military accidentally kills people?
critical damage. Is that what you said?
No, whenever the military accidentally kills people.
Oh,
or
you're talking about
damages-
like accidental things. It's called
God dang it, what is it?
collateral damage.
Collateral damage.
It's actually a movie too. Collateral damage.
Really?
Yeah, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Governor.
That was the one where he's
So
like,
what do y'all
"Get to
think
the
about these
chopper."
drone
I
strikes?
don't know if that's the one they was in. What?
What do y'all think about these drone strikes killing people?
I don't know.
and
I
their
felt like we were
entire
talking about
family?
something.
Well, that was like 10 years ago
No, it's
No, it was
actually,
actually
recent.
recent.
when it was like really big news.
It was actually in Afghanistan recently where he blew up, and
What
they
a
were like, "Oh, they were
surprise.
terrorists," and just to come find out, it was like a family of 7.
Yeah. Going to a wedding.
That's our
What?
that's our president, my friends.
Yeah, he ordered a drone strike and he killed like just a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah. So his idea was that he was gonna like kill the terrorists who blew up, set a bomb off
Mm-hmm.
at the gates in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were like, "Oh, it's the what were they called? The A
I don't
Taliban
know.
or A ISIS or something like that? ISIS A, yeah, ISIS A. I guess ISIS Afghanistan. It's
They have,
whatever.
like Alpha and Bravo team. They're
Yeah.
Oh,
ISIS
they're,
out.
they're getting,
Yeah, yeah.
they're just pretty much copying every other military. now.
Yeah, and so they were like, "Oh, the intel they received was that the ISIS A was inside this car that was traveling, and they drone striked it, and it was just a family of 7 on their way to a wedding.
I think they were, and then
I think
some guy.
They were basically trying to act like they were retaliating for the bomb off the gate, but
The
all they
water
did was blow up.
I
an
thought it was
innocent
some
family.
guy. He was just like bringing water to his family or something. Like they needed some water, and he was just doing like his usual water drop.
I don't know,
They killed some guy. Who
but it was like
delivering
more
water.
people though, right? It wasn't just like one person.
Yeah, they've killed like whole weddings of people.
That's a weird
Well, that they killed like a big-
number
Yeah.
way to put it.
They're like just going.
They've killed
they're just
whole
like at a wedding.
weddings.
Like
They've killed a whole bachorette party
Yeah.
worth of people.
Jeez,
They're
Jacob.
very progressive.
You started off pretty rough with us with this with the death of the young YouTuber,
I read-
and now you're talking about wedding deaths. Dude.
I read that they killed one time a whole 10-year-old birthday party worth of civilians
Oh, wow.
a couple weeks ago.
Actually, you know that like in
Just
California,
putting numerical value,
like a whole like birthday party in California, like this drive-by shooting and killed like 10 family members at it.
Oh yeah,
and they
I think
actually
I heard
targeted
about
like
that.
the wrong family. They
Yeah,
killed-
and then they shot up the wrong family.
yeah. I was like, that is
Ugh.
terrible. I'm glad I don't live in California.
terrible. People not doing their research.
Yeah, they need to
Yeah.
like
Is that the house?
They need to, like,
Yeah,
follow-
that's the house.
they need to follow the
Are
families
you sure
properly.
there's a birthday party for a 10-year-old? we
Bomb
gotta shoot
it.
them.
Bomb it. You gotta shoot it down. It just
It
makes
looks like they're
sense.
just having a wedding. Yeah, it
Yeah,
does
no.
look that way.
Okay,
Doesn't
you know
it?
what's
Yeah.
crazy? Why
It's a-
haven't
it's a cover up? They're not actually having a wedding.
I'm just glad criminals are stupid because they can do some real damage. Can you
Look-
imagine
look
like
at
if
the
they
white-
attached a
look-
small bomb?
Look at the bride. She has a beard.
You know, I'm glad criminals
Bomb 'em.
aren't smart because they could have just bought like a drone and then flew like a bomb into the party and just exploded everybody.
What are you talking about? I didn't hear anything you just said.
No,
right
I'm
now.
saying I'm glad criminals aren't smart because they could terrorize people like very efficiently.
But that's what's they actually are
Because
doing
they
that,
can
like
just
the,
get a drone,
the cartel.
attach a bomb to it, and fly it into wherever they want, and then boom.
That's what the cartel is doing in Mexico right now.
Really?
They're literally flying drones. Yeah, they have like their own like submarine.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's like we're fighting
And
the
they're using-
the terrorists across.
I think it was last episode, right, that I talked about like they actually using QR codes for people they're smuggling across, like the coyotes and stuff are using QR codes.
They're getting
they're
your
using
QR code.
It's not coming up. I'm scanning it.
There's no
It's-
signal here. There's no signal.
I'm not getting any signal in the desert.
Well, the good thing is they'll run into those problems too. The internet's down. We can't smoke
You know, it's
any
crazy, like,
drugs
we're on the other side of the
until
world.
Comcast gets the internet.
We're on the
back
other
up.
side of the world doing stuff when, like, just south of us, there's like freaking cartels murdering people.
Well, yeah, it's like
it's
when
literally at our border of our own state.
Yeah, let's worry about the people across the ocean.
It's like when Hurricane Harvey was hitting and people were like flooding and people were dying.
Yep.
I was watching the Astros game and they were just in Anaheim, just people just going about their day watching a baseball game.
Having a
It's
good time,
crazy.
bro. They were having a good
It
time.
is crazy when you think about it that way.
Yeah.
And at the same time, when the wildfires were going on, people in California were just running for their lives and everything. And here
And
I
we
am.
we were going about our days.
Here I am playing a video game or watching a movie and just
We were,
la-di-da.
we were just going.
Starving in Africa, and we're just here
And here I am
throwing away this
food.
drink saying, it tastes, it has coconut in it.
Ugh.
Gross.
dirty.
Well, it's like the homeless people you try to
Anyway.
give food to. They're like, fuck you. I want money for booze.
Well, what's funny is that most people, like I was talking about earlier, is like most people don't watch the news. They go about their daily
I
lives
don't-
until
I don't
somebody.
Well, actually, giving food
until
to
somebody
Africans is
says
actually
something to you.
bad. Giving food and clothes to Africans is actually bad.
You're enabling them.
No, because like their local stores and stuff, like the local farmers,
They'll
they
steal
can't
it.
they can't make any money because we're just giving them free food. So like they can't.
We're giving them their way of life.
So,
they
like-
can't build it up for themselves.
Yeah, like there's no way for them to make any money because we just give them everything for free.
But this kind of brings my point of where I was talking about, like, people don't watch the news. Like, you think that because we watch the
I
news
don't
and we
watch
read
the
about
news.
things,
I don't
well,
watch
that
the news.
even read, right?
Oh, I do. I read articles and I
Yeah.
read the news. But
Like,
I
you
don't
would
watch
think
it.
that's normal. Like, there are people out there that don't know about anything that's going on
Anything that's
unless you
going
bring it up
They're
to
just
them.
in their
Yeah,
little bubble.
that's
Yeah.
You ever heard of Joe Sixpack?
No.
It's like a political thing. Like Joe Sixpack doesn't care about anything. He just wants to get a six pack after he gets off of work and just watch TV.
Yeah.
But if you mess up with Joe Sixpack way of life, like if he can't just go to the store and buy his six pack, and then there's gonna be problems.
Yeah. That's basically what's happening right now. And when I tell people, like, so for example, I had one coworker and I was like, hey, had you heard about this? Like, I
Haven't you
forgot-
heard about this?
well,
Haven't you heard about it?
have you heard about?
Haven't you heard about this,
Oh, it
man?
was the Rittenhouse, and he's like, no. I was like, you don't know about the Rittenhouse case? Like, how do you just ignore the fact that that's going around everywhere? Well, I don't watch the news. Yeah, but that's like everywhere on social media, on
He
everything.
just
How do
watches
you-
Netflix.
How do you do that?
When they do the Kyle Rittenhouse documentary and they put it on Netflix, you don't know
Then-
about
then
it.
he
You'd
don't
be
know
like,
about
what?
it?
When did this happen?
You probably
this
won't
is
even-
terrible.
What?
My
There's
gosh.
drone strikes killing innocent people?
Well, how did that white supremacist just kill more white people?
Well,
That's very white
watched,
supremacist of him.
This show on Hulu. Now that I got it again, hey.
Hey.
But it's like American Book of Secrets, something like that. But it just went into how Ollie North and the whole buying weapons from Iraq to give it to the Contras and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's like the cocaine mixed into everything too. It was just, it was nuts.
It's crazy.
It still is nuts.
Well, and
It's
that's the
not
thing. Like
over.
most people, when they
No.
watch Netflix or Hulu, they don't even watch like the documentary stuff. Like
oh, I do.
that's like
Because it's crazy.
to know about all the crazy stuff that's going around in the world. It's like mind-boggling. You know,
Yeah,
it's kind of
that's
like
why I've given
listening.
up.
I forgot what show I was watching, but it was about these military guys, and they were talking about it. One of them was a contractor. When he went to Afghanistan, he's like, the news isn't showing you everything that was happening in Afghanistan. I might have actually brought this up to you guys on one of the previous episodes, but basically,
There's a giant in Kandahar that was killing Marines,
yeah,
in the caves.
and they call him the Kandahar Giant.
yeah.
And he's actually a redhead. He's a white. So this
He's a
white,
ginger.
Oh, he's a what do they call him? The
so he's a giant white devil in Afghanistan is killing people.
it was
The poor brown people of Afghanistan.
God, what are the Hebrew Israelites called? White
black
people?
Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, they call them.
But wait. Do you know there's this show about Afghani?
You're
no,
straight off
Edomites.
again.
They call them Edomites.
You know, there's a show on
That's
CB. There's this show on
the
CB.
Kandahar giant. I was thinking about how the Hebrew Israelites call white people the Edomites because we're white skin and like some people have like red hair and they're hairy. So when they read this stuff on the Bible about hairy white men, and so they think the Hebrew Israelites basically call white people like the evil Edomites. You're you're an Edomite.
Get
Well,
out of
I was
here.
gonna
Get
say,
outta
you know,
here.
there's a CBS
and that's
show.
how they sound. Get out of here.
There's a CBS show about a Afghani translator, and it's an Indian guy, and they cast it as an Indian guy because they kind of look white,
Well, Afghanistan's like near India.
but the
Asian
Afghanistan people kind of look white, and they
Not really. They look Middle Eastern.
They
Just like
look like-
Jesus.
They look like the region.
Just
they're
like our
from.
Lord Jesus, who looks Middle Eastern.
He was white.
With blue eyes and blonde hair.
Yeah.
He was a blonde hair,
but they
blue-eyed
kind of
Jesus.
look Middle Eastern. But
Yeah,
anyways, they
they're
cast
Indian.
it. They cast
They look Mexican. They look like Mexican.
they cast an Indian guy as
They're
it
Mexicans.
because
cut all
people
this
wouldn't
out.
believe. Well, yeah, they kind of like Middle Eastern. What? There's an Asian Afghanistan guy.
Do you even know where Afghanistan's located? Look that up on a
Yes.
map.
Yes,
So you can
I
see.
know.
That's why it's like they're. Jeez, I don't even know what to tell you. You're just like
They have very nice clothing for it being a war zone. Look at they got so much clothes they're putting it on their heads.
there's just too much cloth that they have over there in Afghanistan.
Why is there a picture of
They
him
got
crying?
so much clothes. They're putting it on their heads.
Yeah,
The
but
scarf.
Afghanistan is literally closer to like Pakistan and like India.
Yes, I know.
Well, then why are you acting like seeing an Indian person is strange?
But
They
they
casted
don't
an
look
Indian.
Indian. Like the guy who's playing it looks Indian. He looks like this, more Indian than her.
That's how some of them look.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say all of them, but some of them do look
They're
that way.
not all.
Okay, this is just like a random photo of
And
Afghanistan
yes, I
people.
would say some of them do look like white people too, right? Darn whites.
Okay, look at these group of Mexicans, aka Afghanistan.
Exactly. Mexicans can play Afghanis.
Okay, so do they look Indian? They should have just made. they should've
Yes,
just
I'm
cast-
telling you, dude. I've been there. I've seen them.
He's been there firsthand.
I've literally seen the
should've
people.
just
They look.
cast-
They look Indian.
What is your point?
Yeah.
The point is, they cast an Indian guy because people wouldn't believe that.
my
Afghanistan is literally right above India.
I
don't
know,
get what
but
you're
they
not
don't
thi-
look Indian.
Yes, they do. Have you
That's
seen?
like saying,
Have you
"Oh,
seen?
India's right next to China,"
Have
and
you-
they cast a Chinese man as an Indian.
Some of the Indians actually look a little Asian. Do you know
No,
that?
they
look
don't.
up. Look up.
It's all Asian.
Dude.
They're all Asian
Look-
anyways.
Look up.
Hold on, let me
Here.
look up Indian people.
Look up North Indians.
Wow, these people look
Look
very Asian.
They look. They
wow.
look
Look
at
how
it.
white complected they are.
Look up. See, those guys look Afghani. Do they not look like Afghanis?
No, they don't.
Click on the one with
This
the,
guy
with the
kinda
turbans
looks
on.
like an
Look at
Afghani.
the. Click on the ones with the turbans on. Do not some of them look like
No,
Afghanistan?
they don't.
Yes,
they look
do.
Indian.
That third picture guy looks
The
like
guy
an
with the
Afghanistan.
pedophile mustache.
he looks like a Pakistani.
And the one that has a turban on, he also looks like an Afghani. Look
That lady looks like it too.
now. Look up North India people. The North
It says
Indians.
North and South Indian.
That's
Why
because
we look different.
that's
See,
because all
the North Indians look Afghani.
No, that's because when the British people came in,
No,
They got them white jeans.
now look at South Indian people.
yes,
There's a difference.
They're right behind that
I only know,
guy
and
right there.
I know this because the Indians that I work with, they're like, if depending on where they're from, North or South, that when they find out where they're from, they actually don't like each other,
For
like
no reason. Just
yeah.
because you're from the North or
or
South.
the South. Yeah, they each say, see the difference. Do you see what I'm saying about the difference?
Yeah.
So Indian people in their own country
Oh, look,
are a
the
little
other
racist.
Indians.
Yeah.
Oh, so
You
there
see?
are some.
That's what. Jeez.
No, I'm
Northeast
just,
Indians.
it's what I say, what
It's
I
what I
know.
say.
There's nothing else out there in the world.
Okay, so
'Cause
there
in
just so happens to be a few Asians.
Because in
India.
my mind, this is how they should all look, and they don't all look the way I think they
Freaking
should.
racist.
Yeah.
They're all brown.
That's like when you go to
They
like
all look
Russia and you see
Mexican.
Asian Russians, like in Mongolia and stuff. Well, Mongolia is not in Russia, but you get what I'm saying.
yeah, Asian Russians
But like Afghanistan is like,
or like Finnish people.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen? They
I
look
think what
Asian.
you were, Siberia is what you were thinking of.
Siberia. Yeah. But
You're a long way off.
well, anyway, y'all know what I meant.
Why are you looking up Finnish
So-
people for?
So here,
Why did they tan this?
so here we are. This is where we're at on the show. Okay, is the first drink we had a Spirit or what is it? Aspire.
Oh my god! Give me the freaking can. Is Aspire
Yeah.
healthy energy, natural caffeine? no
Joseph, your
calories, no
vote.
sugars.
Tell us what you say. Should our listeners go and try this energy drink? Or
I think they should try it. It
Should
wasn't like terrible to where I'd be like, ugh, disgusting. Like I spat it out, and I like this chocolate
You
one.
spat it out.
You spat it.
I didn't see you spat at all.
I said like I would have spat it out.
Oh, you would
I
have.
didn't.
You would have liked to spat it out.
I could spit it out right now. You want? Here,
Okay.
let me do that right now. Hold on.
No, don't spit it out.
Okay.
Ah,
one-
disgusting.
Which one did you like better, the chocolate or the?
I definitely like the energy drink better, just because the chocolate had coconut in it.
Coconut milk, right? Yeah,
Coconut milk. Yes,
Coconut
I didn't
milk.
like it very
Jacob,
much.
Cool.
Well, what's your call?
I dislike them both.
I felt like we were just talking about Aspire first, and
Man,
Jacob
for
decided to
me-
say which one.
From me spitting it out, I like the taste now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that aftertaste you like. Huh?
I think it's like the
it's like that butt aftertaste you like.
no,
Disgusting.
it's room temp right now though.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me try it.
Jacob, which one? What about you? Would
Okay.
you
Uh,
encourage
Maybe just a
the
light
listeners
misting.
to get any of these drinks? One
No,
of them?
they're disgusting. I wouldn't even recommend you try it because they're too expensive. Maybe if it was like $1, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead and try it. But if you're a boomer and you love
Not even
energy
to try it?
drinks and you want some like organic, you're an organic boomer.
I would say boomers don't even drink energy drinks. They probably just drink coffee.
What? Okay, let me ask you this: what type of drink would you have got?
Yeah.
That's not going to be
Some from
kind
Japan.
of healthy drink,
No.
type of soda or an
I would
energy
have gotten a
drink.
soda,
He would have just gotten some from
like a
Japan.
Mexican soda or
Like
something.
one of the
Oh,
Japan store.
another carbonated drink you both apparently don't like.
No.
Would have had sugar instead
How
of freaking
odd.
Stevie.
How
Mineral
odd.
Steve-O.
Mineral carbonated water, like Topo Chico. I don't like that. But for me, I would say, why not? I kind of like the Aspire energy drink. I don't like the chocolate one
No, I don't like it.
because it had coconut milk. And I would
Yeah.
think since Jacob was the one who purchased it under Joseph, Joseph wouldn't have even gotten that drink because it
I
had
was
coconut
a
milk.
proxy buyer for him.
Why would you get that if you don't even like coconut milk?
He didn't even look. He just saw it. He saw.
I did.
He saw a long black bottle and he was like,
I saw.
Ooh, let me
the
get that.
coconut. I read everything. I didn't just grab it.
Well, why'd you get
I
that
thought, let me just try, see if maybe I like coconut now, or
coconut.
You like it?
Maybe I like coconut.
Maybe I like
But
the
the
lime,
lime
in
and
the
lime
coconut.
and the coconut.
Have you tried that? Have you tried putting a lime in a coconut?
No.
It's disgusting.
Well, I don't
I
like
don't like
coconut.
coconut water. So.
Yeah. Well,
But
for
anyways-
me, I would say this Aspire energy drink is actually pretty good. It has no calories, no sugar, no carbs, and no care.
They don't care how it tastes.
There is no care into it.
I mean,
No, it wasn't
I
that
had to gnaw the bottle open because they didn't care how they.
You know what I just
I think if I wanted another energy drink, this is just too expensive. It's,
let me
and
let
it's
me-
too
let
healthy.
me- let
So
me-
here's one of the things: it's too expensive and it's too healthy for me. I like my GMOs.
Wait, I was gonna say y'all didn't even have any news articles. I was
Yeah,
the
we
only
did.
one. What news articles did you talk about?
I literally told you to keep some of the news articles to put at the bottom of the show.
yeah, but I just talked about mine.
What? No, we.
What news article did you talk about?
Oh, I guess I didn't give you the information for them.
Well, no, you started talking about them. You just kept interrupting.
and we in our conversation went into something else.
Joseph just did. Do you know how old Leslie Jones is?
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie
I
Nielsen.
very rarely have articles. I'm the
I talked about
interrupt with
I brought-
something.
I brought up the
fun.
other
You
article.
never brought up the Dogecoin. I kept telling you, save it for the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, every time I try to bring it up, y'all would go into different
Oh,
conversations.
and did you know? Oh,
Yeah.
before you talk about Doge, Elon
So
Musk's
tell us
dad
about
married
the
his stepdaughter.
crypto.com.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Dogecoin. It's a great.
We were
segue.
wrapping it up.
We're not done
I feel
yet.
like every time I have something to talk about, like the last time when I was like, what was the? I actually said it on, like at the beginning was like, we're gonna talk about fear, and never talked about
Yeah.
fear because
So we shouldn't do that. We should
Yeah.
just. Yeah.
But so
Crypto.com. where we can-
crypto.com. Well, again, just
Not
to
a
kind of go back
sponsor.
to something that I was talking about before is like, I wasn't a big advocate of crypto, but I see like the benefits of it, and I see that it's actually picking up speed, and people are going to start actually using it to purchase things, right? Because I thought it was just fake money in the past, but now, like, to encourage people, like crypto.com is keeping up with all this, and you can buy crypto, but they also have a deal with Visa, so you can actually buy a credit card where you can start actually purchasing things with your crypto. So, and they actually, their cryptocurrency right now is at, I mean, their stock right now is actually at like 70, 80 cents right now. So that's apparently probably going to shoot up really high along with all the other more known crypto, because there's all the penny stock crypto that's not even worth a penny yet. But I would say Dogecoin,
Do they have
Dogecoin?
on
So
it? Do they have Femcoin?
see, and then you wonder why, like some of the conversations.
Let me ask you. You said stock. Is it the stock or is it the crypto?
Well, the stock and the crypto, because they actually have like their own crypto too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the ones that are going to start moving up are like the Solana, because they actually have more deals to like purchase things, and it's like more open source as opposed to like Bitcoin and like Tether, FTX, and all of those. Dogecoin is going to probably go up soon, but when is that going to happen? Probably in like a year or so.
A long game.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're basically playing is a long game.
Crypto. That's on the homepage of my web browser.
Yeah. Crypto.com. So I would say like that's probably going to be like, for me, I'm now going, okay, maybe I will buy some cryptocurrency. But which cryptocurrency do I buy?
I saw their
So
logo.
I went and bought the Dogecoin. I fell into the pit of the cryptocurrency thing, and I bought some because it was just cheap.
Did you read the white paper? No,
I'm not
didn't.
racist.
Why's it got to be a white people?
I just
Why
read-
can't it be a
I just
Pakistani
read
people
the
or
paper.
Afghanistani people?
I just read the regular paper. I don't read the white paper. But
Why has it
what
gotta
was
be
your
paper?
point? What was the point that you were going to make?
Why do you have to say paper whenever you do like a black thing?
Oh, did I say paper?
So
That's just how
my
I always say
point
paper.
was, I think I might buy the stock. I'm not gonna buy any crypto because I'm a no coiner. But I might buy the stock.
Okay.
Well, here's the reason why I say cryptocurrency too, because Amazon is actually going to start it where you can actually purchase things off of Amazon with cryptocurrency.
Are you sure that's true?
And yeah, they already have they have like these. They're really starting to make deals to like with Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, like all of those are starting to like have deals with Amazon, so that you're going to be able to start purchasing like actual stuff with it. So I would probably figure out which one you want to purchase. Like,
Is it Solana or Cardano?
Well, Cardano's one of them, but it's Solana is another one.
Solana like the bigger one. Like
Yeah, Solana right now is at
that
like
everyone's talking about.
$200 and something. I'm waiting for it to go down lower so that way I can purchase it, because I think it's going to go up to about where Bitcoin's at.
Do you want to listen to a 5-hour podcast?
No, I don't.
5 hours.
With the guy who made Cardano.
Oh my.
Oh, is that he's just going to be talking about 5 hours to talk about Cardano?
Well, it's not about Cardano. It's like a variety of things.
Oh, and I was looking at not only just like cryptocurrency, but then I just started looking at regular stock, and I was looking at all the like the technology companies that are coming out and those who are working with the cryptocurrency things. And so I think I'm going to invest in some of those companies as well, because I think it's going to be big.
I don't think it's going to be big. I think it's going to be retarded.
Well, I'm not talking about like cryptocurrency. I'm talking about just those companies in general, because of the technology that they're coming up with, like the different like technologies that are helping like different programs talk to each other and things like that.
Yeah, cool. I'm definitely going to invest in. Well, how much is it a share? 80 cents?
For what?
Crypto.com?
Yeah, it's like 80 cents right now.
I think I'm going to buy like 1,000 shares.
You should.
How much is 1,000 shares?
I don't know.
80, 800?
Probably.
Let's see.
But the fact that you can start, like, you can buy a credit card from them and they have a deal with Visa and everything, I think it's going to be.
It'd be.
I think it's
$800.
gonna. I think it's gonna be something.
Can
big.
you buy it? I think I might buy it through Chase instead of Robinhood.
It actually went down to 74 cents.
Robinhood
now.
keeps asking me for my tax information so they can tax me.
Why would they tax you?
But you know, I'm gonna be like, what's that guy's name?
I don't know.
The black guy who avoided taxes? Wesley Snipes. Trying to Wesley Snipes me. They try and put me in their crosshairs and Wesley Snipes me.
Well, so actually, when everything, like all the cryptocurrency was down to like where I would actually want to purchase it, I couldn't figure out where to purchase it. So I missed it, and it all went kind of back up to where, because actually crypto.com was actually down to like 50 cents again. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get it. And I thought it was just as easy as like getting on Robinhood and buying it. But it's not. You have to like go like to either crypto.com or what is the one you use, Joseph? What is the crypto?
Coinbase.
Or Coinbase or like Uphold. Like Uphold's another one.
What's the crypto.com CRO? Is this it?
Yeah, it's just CRO.
No, that's the coin. What is their website?
It's crypto.com.
What's the what's the regulatory
That's
thing?
their actually website too.
What's the federal government thing that they regulate like stocks and stuff?
like their stock?
Trade Commission, Federal
Yeah.
Trade.
Why? What are you trying to look up?
I'm trying to see. Where is it?
I kind of feel like we're almost to a stopping point now after this to kind of go into our next show.
Yeah, we are at a stopping point.
Okay.
What's their symbol?
What?
The crypto.com. I just want to see.
Crypto.com is actually it is CRO.
CRO. Oh.
Oh yeah, Chief Revenue Officer. That's it.
CRO. It doesn't. They don't have a stock.
They do have.
Are you sure you didn't buy a scam?
No, I didn't buy any yet.
Do they have stock? Are they a public company?
Do crypto.com stock price. Just type that in.
Oh, okay. Crypto.com stock price.
Yeah, stock symbol. They got a stock symbol, which is CRO.
We usually like whenever you look it up on Google, they usually have like a thing that shows you like.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Go to finance.
They have a coin. I see the coin.
Yeah, go to. That's what I was. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why would I want to buy this coin?
Well, because you're gonna actually be able to purchase stuff. It's what I'm trying to tell you. Like they've actually finally gotten to the point where you can purchase stuff, and crypto.com actually has a credit card with Visa where you can actually buy stuff with your
Have you
credit
downloaded
card
Brave to
with
use on your computer?
No.
I got 37 cents and I barely use this one.
But do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think it's cool. Yeah. Thought this was an actual stock, not a cryptocurrency.
It is a cryptocurrency and it is a stock.
It isn't a stock. I don't see.
It's like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is technically a stock too, but it's also coin. So if you have
No,
like one
Bitcoin
coin,
is
it's
a coin. It's not a
$60,000.
stock.
It's in the stock market.
Ah,
bro.
this is why people like you getting involved in things like this. It's not a stock.
Does Bitcoin?
There's probably like Bitcoin stocks, not like what you're thinking.
On the stock market?
No.
Okay.
No. Anyways,
So
let's wrap up
I
this
guess this is
podcast.
how I'll explain it to you, so you can understand. Because you explained what cryptocurrency was to me and what Bitcoin was. It's like a U.S. dollar, right? USDA is actually a stock symbol for the dollar. How much is your dollar worth compared to the British pound or things like that, right? That's the same thing with the cryptocurrency. It actually is in the stock as a cryptocurrency. And so it's showing how much your cryptocurrency is worth compared to the US dollar,
Yes.
which is a stock price,
No.
which is saying
I get what you're saying. You're just misusing the word stock. Stock is a share of a company. But go ahead.
okay,
You're talking about different currencies. The
Yes.
Bitcoin currency.
yes.
All right. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up. Wrap it up.
So anyway, we just
Alright.
want to thank all of our listeners who actually took the time to listen all the way to the very end with Jacob, because he sounds like he's falling asleep right now.
Yeah.
But we want to thank you. We want to also just want to remind you to share, like, subscribe, share with your friends, so that way the word can go out there that we have 3 guys and a drink, and we actually give you drinks to think about if you want to try it. Not just alcohol,
I
but
don't
actual little drinks.
These latest drinks haven't been very. I'm gonna go out and buy. What is it called again?
The one
remedy.
Aspire.
You never asked me what I thought. Of
I
it.
did.
You did.
Well,
You're
you
like,
did it.
It's gross. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, that,
That
was
was
because
it.
No,
you said
didn't.
you said you
Y'all were
didn't-
describing just let me spit it. Let me spit it.
well, that's because
That's
you,
because you just said, "Oh, I don't like it. It's gross. I
Yeah.
wouldn't recommend it."
Wow, you're just making excuses for not letting me freaking talk.
So can I get back
How's
to
it
our
feel?
listeners and the end of our show here? So
Yeah,
I
go
want to
ahead.
thank you all for listening. Like, subscribe, comment below, share with your friends so other people know about this show.
Fight me IRL.
Until another week for another
We
drink.
weren't very funny on this one, were we?
There were small parts.
Another week, another drink. Peace out. Hide your kids, hide your wife,
God. Can you
because
stop
the
the
U.S.
recording
government's
now?
going to drone strike you.